With me while I show you what I'm eating today as a white transmasculine, femme non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian, Universalist, non-monogamous, romantic, gray, demi-bisexual, a survivor of acute complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
It's a trap!
Hold on, dude. Yeah. Hold on, Chad.
I will read you to filth.
Chad! Oh, Chad! Chad!
I did not get through all of the comments in the intro. I am sorry. Yep. Doing my best. I like that I can't get through all the comments in the intro. Look at this guy almost late to his own show. No, I was not late. I was right on time. Thank you very much. Elite Legend, what's up? Free shit brigade. Happy Sunday, my dude. Good to see you. Yep. So it's awesome to be back with all of you. I've missed being around, and I apologize for that. I hope you all had an enjoyable Halloween and did not eat any razor blades or fentanyl. I probably just got demonetized for saying that. I don't give a shit. And daylight savings. That's that bullshit, kids. But I'm glad you're all here tonight. We're going to have spirited discussion, a discussion nonetheless. We're going to talk about the DCEU, the DCU. It's not necessarily a this versus that. I don't even know if it's a compare and contrast. But what we're not going to talk about is fucking Batman 89, because no, not having it, especially Batman Returns, because it's not a Batman movie. I'm sure I just lost half the audience. Don't care. But we're also going to talk some dollies. There's going to be some toy conversation. There's going to be a little bit of that's that bullshit in there. Yeah. Michael Zimmerman says it's Chad can never be late. He shows up exactly when planned. Yeah, pretty much. I'm like a Gandalf the Grey. That being said, please welcome to hang out with all of us tonight, the one, the only, Bobby Vala.
Sorry, I just thought of something really funny, and I started laughing and choking on my French fry just as you introduced me, because you were talking about I'm like Gandalf. I show exactly what I need to, and I just thought like Chad Hole the Gray. That's like your new name.
Yeah.
So it made me laugh.
What's up, dude? How you been?
I'm good. I'm a little under the weather this weekend, but that's okay because I am here and I am excited.
Do you have the con crud?
Yeah, because it's the con crud from last weekend, but
no.
Also it's like, planes. Like if I drive to a con, it's not that bad.
Sure.
But like planes are just disgusting places, like just recycled, nasty air.
Yeah,
And
it's just
I feel
recycled ass. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
I feel like
terrible.
every time I fly, I get some sort of sickness. But also, it's like the kids are in school and they're just petri dishes, so you know.
Oh
there's that.
yeah, kids are fucking germ farms. Hey, James Lucas says, but Bobby.
It's that bullshit.
How was your Halloween?
It was fine. I mean, I wasn't feeling well. I was feeling like crap. So we normally, just trick or treat in our neighborhood. But my wife took our kids to, the next neighborhood over, one of my daughter's friend's house, and my son was there and stuff like that. And because I wasn't feeling good, I just stayed home and literally just handed out candy while I cleaned the house. But we got a ton of people on just to run a movie and stuff like that. So it was fine. I mean, if I, if I went, I would have been following the kids around and, so Halloween's always just madness, but kids love it. I get to eat Reese's peanut butter cups and it's all good.
That's what I'm talking about. So obviously the ma'am worked, right? Because, law enforcement and Halloween,
Right?
It's kind of a thing. So the ma'am worked, the kid worked. He went to work dressed as Eeyore. They all dressed up as like Winnie the Pooh characters, which was cool. Eeyore very much fits my daughter's personality. I went, at the suggestion of my better half, I went and bought a bunch of candy. Not a single fucking child trick-or-treated in my
No
neighborhood.
way.
Not a one, dude. And I don't know if it's the HOA because we live in like a private neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
So it might be kind of HOA rules. None of my neighbors decorated or anything like that. And usually the ma'am and I, we go balls to the wall with Halloween, but my neighborhood was dead quiet. But I had all my outside lights on. I had candy. So, the moral of that story is I have 14 bags of candy for 3 people.
Well, I guess you're getting diabetes then, aren't you?
Yay! Type 2. But at least I only bought the shit that I would want to eat.
Exactly. That you got to be smart about it. That's
You
interesting
gotta.
because I live in a private community, not condos, just houses, but it's a private development. And it's an HOA thing. And people come from other neighborhoods to just come to our development because it's, it's one way in, one way out. People don't
Same with mine,
fly through there. So it's like a safe neighborhood to trick or treat in. So that's odd that you didn't get them.
Yeah. Look at this bullshit. You want to talk about that bullshit? Jonathan Redmond. Evening, Chad, Bobby, Chat, and all the fine people who agree the hiss is a tank.
I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Gone.
Incorrect, sir.
Thank you, Jonathan. Greatly. That still pisses people off. It's still, there's a certain somebody who still likes to take, little fucking low key kind of spineless jabs at me. We might circle back around to that guy later. That guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Plastic expert. We might be circling around to that. Maybe.
Listen,
Probably.
I'm extending an olive branch. I'm extending an olive branch.
Good on you. Good on you, my friend.
We'll see what happens at Legion's Con. I'm extending an olive branch, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not saying one way or another. I'm just saying we'll see if bridges can be, made, fences can be mended. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I don't have high hopes one way or the other. It's just more of a let's just see how this goes.
We didn't talk before we went live, so
We didn't. I literally I rushed over here. I grabbed the
you
quick bite
strolled
to eat.
in on the intro, and I was here a minute prior. So, well, we can offline that. That's fine.
No, I'll find that.
Fucking, yeah, we'll parking lot that conversation. So,
All right.
Good Lord, Toggy's 0 up there in Canada, the 51st state, we had just over 200 kids. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Now, when we were still on base, the weird thing about military housing is that you can only trick or treat from 5 to 8. That is it. Like, they will shut you the fuck down if it's 8:05.
5's early.
It's super like you don't even have the lights on,
Yeah.
no ambience, like none of that shit going on. 5 p.m. It's like still light out, and I'm like, this is lame. But anyway, in those 3 hours on military installations, we would just get kid after kid after kid after kid, like just, hey, you like my Gulf of America shirt? I got it on the Gulf of America.
I love it.
Yeah, while we were on vacation.
We have the map that I have in the the shipping area over here that has like all the pins on all the states and countries that we've shipped to. I crossed out Gulf of Mexico and I wrote Gulf of America on the map, so it's accurate.
Nice. What was that meme that I posted? The Gulf of something, Gulf of exploding narco terrorists or something.
That's right.
It was funny. It obviously, upset a few people.
Listen,
whatever.
You can't do anything without upsetting people. If I found a sick dog on the side of the road and I gave it like some food and some water, there would definitely be somebody that was upset about it. You cannot go through life anymore in the times we are now without someone getting upset. And you know what I say? I don't give a fuck. So I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to like what I want to like, and I'm going to say what I want to say, because there's just always going to be somebody. And it's like I say about being a toy manufacturer, having a toy company. Toy collectors are the absolute worst people to try to please. Like the worst.
We're going to discuss some of that too.
you cannot please everyone. So it's like you make what you make. And if you put a lot of effort into it and it's something people like, you kind of just go with that and you do that. You can't please everyone. Someone's feelings are going to get hurt the way you do something. So it's just like, you got to pick a lane and you just go, man. You can't be like a NASCAR driver and just take up every lane. It doesn't work. No. You have to just pick yours and go. So that's it.
Speaking of which, you see.
Oh, yeah. Like, I give a fuck about upsetting this guy.
It's science, people! Science!
Speaking of picking, thank you, Ryan, for that bullshit, because that's that bullshit. Speaking of picking a lane and not being able to please a lot of toy collectors, Jeff W., our good friend, for my 50th birthday, sent me the classified snake armor.
Ooh. Okay. Mark brought in his that he ordered. Because he knows, like, I used to buy all the classified stuff. I just don't anymore. But he does. And he's like, hey, I brought this in for us to take a look at, kind of thing. Yeah. Cool. Sure. So he brought in the snake armor and we got to mess around with it.
I was kind of playing with it on my members pregame, just kind of opened it. Brad Davenport asked me to chuck a modern 4-inch Joe in there, which I did, and it'd be real easy to modify, because really all you got to do is, obviously the top straps are really large, but I can just pull the bottom strap down through the bottom of the chair, and then that would actually cause this to come down a little more tight.
There you go.
The hands go on the little control sticks very well. But as I was kind of putting it back together, and I was holding it like this, I turned it around, right? And I was just kind of moving it to put it down. And I pushed the fucking torso like right through it.
Oh.
Like, look at that. Like, I don't think this thing's meant, obviously, right? Toys these days aren't really to be played with by kids, but that just seems like a weird design thing. Like, I appreciate the fact that it's like a ladder. That's kind of cool. But as soon as you put, like, if you don't lock this thing in right, like, it literally just goes blah, 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 blah. You just push the whole fucking thing in. And all I did was turn it around to move it. And I just
there was a lot about it that I felt was nice. The detail in the cockpit, fantastic. Then there's things where I'm just like, it's very clunky. Like, And the original was clunky, but you know, they did what they could for the times. We're in 2025 now. The possibilities are endless for toy production.
Yeah.
So I just felt like there was stuff about it that felt a little cheap and a little clunky. And then it's like it comes with this flamethrower that one has the trigger hand, and then it has like the handle on top for you to hold two-handed. However, the thing can't reach across to hold it two-handed. Also,
no, it can't.
if you're a mech suit and you can't hold something one-handed, like you're a mech suit.
Yeah. I mean, what
is the backblast from that flamethrower so like heavy that you need two hands to hold it?
No.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get the range of motion across that torso. There's no way. I mean, good initiative. I appreciate that, but no. Yeah. No.
We got to do
yeah. Kenzo says the hands feel cheap. They needed to articulate at least a little bit. I don't know. Whatever. Suka, the Valor versus Venom mechs had better, more posable legs. Yeah, I don't. Dude, my whole Joe room's in shambles. I'm like, I have that, and then I look around. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to find
it. Oh, it was Sigma 6. I'm like, didn't Two Lines use the same mech suit that I did as like repaints for like Pursuit of Cobra? That was Sigma 6 that used them, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to get up because if I get up, I will be gone.
I mean, there's
a couple of them over there.
Why are we talking about G.I. Joe?
Huh?
Why are we talking about G.I. Joe?
Yeah, why are we talking about G.I. Joe? We're supposed to be talking about boom.
Oh, baby.
But I mean, we're just going to get right into it, right? We're just going to rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go.
Yep.
So I had said a couple of weeks ago that, you know, I kind of want to do like a stream just talking about like DC characters, how Warner Brothers is known for meddling in every property that they distribute, produce, whatever. Even all the way to Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling and all that stuff. Like they will meddle in anything that they fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Superman versus Superman discussion, it kind of leads to a broader sort of snowballing effect because, you know, you've got Man of Steel and then you've got James Gunn presents James Gunn's Superman by James Gunn. Then you've got David Ayer's Suicide Squad, which was notoriously destroyed by Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they tried to make it their own Guardians of the Galaxy, and they brought in MTV music video fucking producers to chop it up and put all, you know, Queen and all that shit in it. Whereas you got the guy who did Fury putting out a Suicide Squad movie, and he's like, that wasn't my movie. You know, like 3/4 of it is gone.
I've had conversations with people that are like, well, how much different could it have been? And I said, Joss Whedon Justice League, Zack Snyder Justice League.
Well, even listening to what Jared Leto says, he said, like, I filmed so much more.
Yeah.
Like they barely used what, you know.
And it's unfortunate that we'll never see it. As long as James Gunn is at DC, which I hope his days are numbered. We'll get into that.
Yeah,
but
we will.
It's because we need to know. We got to know Justice League, and now we should know. We should know what we should have gotten.
Yeah,
we have to.
I would like to see Ayer's cut. I really would, because Fury still stands up as one of my favorite World War II movies.
Yeah,
the modern day. Right.
Yeah.
I probably need to add that on there because there's a lot of great World War II movies.
There are. And, you know, I love David Ayer and I absolutely love Fury. And I have two friends that actually absolutely hate that movie. And I'm like, look, listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I'm also like, look, no one's going to talk me into not liking it. Like, I get shit for liking the Snyderverse. Like, no one is ever going to talk me out of it. I fucking love Fury. I think
when I put up the thumbnail. When I put up the thumbnail on YouTube and the post, like, hey, this is what's happening this week, Bobby Val and I were going to discuss. the very first comment, I can't wait for this. Bobby Vala is a Snyder fanboy. And I was like, I didn't even reply to it. I was like, and so
which I'm telling you right now, by the end of this show, people will understand. While I love Zack Snyder, I am by no means like a die on my sword. Everything Zack Snyder did was amazing, because I'm going to shit on a lot of what Zack Snyder did.
Same.
Because not all of it was good.
No,
you know, and we're gonna we'll get into that.
Yeah, so you know, there's a lot of comparisons to look at, because you've got Man of Steel, you've got Superman, you've got Suicide Squad, you've got the Suicide Squad. I don't really want to get into the whole BVS versus the Batman, because that's not part of Gunn's DCU. It's you know, the whole Elseworld thing that they can't fucking stop doing with Batman, which it's a whole other thing. But then you've got other things. Peacemaker season 1, but then when Peacemaker season 2 comes out, they got to retcon the end of season 1 to fit in with Gunn's DCU, and that's a whole fuck you thing. And but anyway, so I present our first micro discussion, and that is 2013's Man of Steel and 2025 James Gunn's Superman. Man of Steel, $670 million. None of this stuff is adjusted for inflation. It's just what it made, right? I don't like to get into the whole adjusted for thing, but it would be worse.
For this, it does. It does. I mean, granted, Man of Steel still made more, even adjusted for inflation, but you know.
So Man of Steel grossed $670 million worldwide. It was like the kickoff of the whole DCEU. It was not very long after Brandon Routh's Superman Returns. Superman 2025, $615 million.
Yep.
So,
and I believe Gunn's Superman cost more to make.
Correct.
And was
cost more to make and to market. But then again,
marketed,
we're not adjusting funds. Either way, base costs, it was more.
Yep. And also a big thing to take into consideration is the fact that when Man of Steel came out, it was just a one-off Superman movie. Like it wasn't like we're starting a universe.
No, I mean, there were some Easter egg nods. Like you saw the Wayne Enterprises satellite.
Sure, but it wasn't like leading up to it. Like it's not like Gunn's Superman. It was very heavily like marketed that Gunn is starting a whole new universe. And it's like, okay. But now it's like Man of Steel was just Man of Steel. It didn't have the pressure of this universe.
No, it didn't at all. And in fact, Snyder wanted Man of Steel 2 or, you know, Last Son of Krypton or Man of Tomorrow, whatever it was going to be called, the sequel to Man of Steel. He did not want it to be BVS.
Yes.
At all.
Yes.
You know, which, again, we need to always see back to the whole Warner Brothers medals. They were like, no, we got to catch up. And the fucked up thing is, this is all self-inflicted, because Man of Steel was executive produced by Christopher Nolan, who did the Dark Knight trilogy and had to have it so fucking grounded that you're never going to have a Victor Freeze, you're never going to have a Killer Croc, you're never going to have a Clayface, you're never going to have a Superman or a Wonder Woman or anything like that. The only reason that DC couldn't catch up to Marvel, which Marvel was like, they were self-funding, they were still fucking broke, was because of Christopher Nolan. And at least, you know, when Zack Snyder made Man of Steel, he's like, okay, I'm just going to put in a Wayne Enterprises Easter egg, and we're just going to kind of leave it at that, and then we're going to expand on the whole Superman story. But Kevin Tsujihara, all those executives were like, no, you got to bring in Batman, because fucking Batman, and everything has to be Batman. Whereas James Gunn's Superman, and this is one thing that kind of irritates me. You and I were talking about how you can't please toy collectors, and how, you know, there's a lot of biases that go on. And I know you're aware of that as someone who runs a toy company. biases in regard to which toy company they'll give a pass and which one they won't. People bitched about how, BVS was too quick to build a DC universe. But what the fuck does Superman do? You got Justice Gang right out of the gate. It's his third year as Superman. I don't have a problem with it being his third year as Superman. My issues with James Gunn's Superman are a little broader. Aside from the fact that the nepotism with him is never ending, the fact that the only reason Peacemaker's still around is because of his fucking wife. The dog in Superman, like Crypto, that's not his dog. It's his drunk ass cousin's dog, which why did they make her a fucking drunk? And you bring in the Justice Gang right out of the gate. The whole movie about Superman is Superman being saved by the Justice Gang and getting his ass beat. The very first scene, he got fucking throttled.
And
that's my issue with James Gunn's Superman. I didn't dislike the movie, but I didn't love it either. But again, I had some beef with Man of Steel too. So
okay.
Just me.
Well, I have like so many thoughts going on because you start
it's
thinking,
a lot, yeah.
I got to respond to that, and then I got to respond to that. But
go.
It's like the thing going back to like the whole Warner Brothers saying we got to catch up. It's like if you're going to copy someone's homework, if you're going to say we need to be like Marvel, okay, what did Marvel do? They had Iron Man. Did they put out Avengers or Captain America or Thor? No. What did they put out next? Iron Man 2. They rode the hot hand. It's like this whole like we have to catch up is like so fucking stupid. It's like, dude, your movies make money. Just do your thing, man. Do your thing. So there's that, which is so dumb of Warner Brothers. But it's like, I have a more visceral take on Gunn's Superman. I absolutely and I, as much as even Ryan said that I wasn't open-minded about it, even though I said I was open-minded about it, but it's just like I literally was like, no, because Man of Steel is an unbelievable movie. And I also feel that Henry Cavill's casting as Superman is probably one of the greatest castings in any superhero movie ever. And which is crazy because Zack Snyder got a lot of castings wrong. This flawless. And people have heard me say like I've had some hot takes on Reeves Superman. And listen, man, friends almost disown me for it. It's just like it was a product of its time, but it was limited for its time, but I still have to hold that against it. It's Adam West was a product of its time and limited for its time. You still have to hold it against it.
Agreed.
Reeves if people were like, he was sick something and he worked out for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, and there is a really good, and I want to like share it one day because there's a bodybuilder because people say like Reeves was in so much better shape than Henry Cavill. It's like, are you
no?
But also they're like, oh, Cavill wore a muscle suit. And it's like, this guy's video breaks it down. And this guy's shredded. He puts a spandex like Superman costume on, like Reeves had. Mm-hmm. And he is uber cut up. And yet when you put the spandex on, it shows no muscle definition whatsoever.
Yeah.
You need the slight definition inserts to highlight your overall physique. The scene where Cavill comes out of the water and he goes and steals the clothes after the rig goes down, he is fucking enormous.
He is. He is a brick shithouse. Yeah.
So again,
even when they did the Immortals or whatever that movie, right? Like he was smaller in like frame, but he was still fucking stacked.
Yep. And he got, I don't know if he was on the sauce or something, but he got jacked for Superman. And that's why it's like, dude, he was perfect. And also like the costume was perfect because hey man, whatever floats your boat. But it's like, to me,
you're done.
My biggest gripe with people when it comes to Man of Steel versus Superman is like I needed a hopeful Superman. Blah 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 blah. I wanted this sunshine and rainbow Superman. It's like, motherfucker, Man of Steel, he was Superman for one fucking day. Like, he literally found the costume, learned how to fly,
got in a fight,
and
got in a fight.
God came.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, dipshit. Of course some buildings got destroyed. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And it's like, Ryan, fuck you.
Well, Metropolis got split in fucking half in James Gunn's movie. You know,
what?
Metropolis did get split in half in James Gunn movie.
Yeah,
like,
that's the other
there
thing.
was a lot of
You
destruction.
know how many movies like had mass destruction on the Man of Steel level, but for some reason, again, it's like that one thing. If I gave that dog water, someone would bitch about it. Someone is always going to bitch about something. It's like, dude, I can find you 10 more movies that had destruction like that. But yeah, no, that's okay. They get a pass.
Okay, but even if we talk about, because I've seen it come up in the chat, I talk about it as well. The Denny Tim DC animated universe.
Yep.
Even in Superman the animated series, there is a shitload of destruction in that cartoon. A ton.
Yep.
And we kind of can't forget. We talk about I need a hopeful. Yes, Christopher Reeve was very hopeful as Superman. But when Lois Lane dies in that car, like, he loses his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Now, granted, to me, that is my single favorite moment in that movie, because you want to talk about raw emotion. That part always punches right fucking through me.
Oh,
But
he's a great actor. Phenomenal actor.
He had a little bit of darkness in him too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, look at when he's
we're
playing
also
the
talking about a
drunk,
different
the
time.
drunk evil Superman. He does a good job, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Richard
Richard Pryor, man. I miss Richard Pryor.
You know, the other thing is like, you know, oh, I want this colorful Superman and bright and rainbows, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like the Man of Steel costume, people always forget that Superman is an alien. When people say, I want hopeful, they tend to think of Superman as like a human being. Right. And people just forget. What I loved about Man of Steel was it made you remember that he's an alien.
Yeah.
And it's like the suit, alien, like it was perfect. Everything was perfect.
Yeah.
I
mean, there are some
stuff.
There's some weird. You and I talked about Jesse Eisenberg, and this was on the phone. Like on the phone, you and I discussed Nicholas Hoult versus Jesse Eisenberg.
Yep.
I don't like the Eisenberg take on Luthor, not until like the Justice League time frame, where he's a little more like cutthroat, shaved head. He's not as like manic or that is paradoxical, you know. But a lot of people didn't like the way Pa Kent died, how he just kind of stood there in the under the overpass and watched his dad die.
Yeah. I mean,
or the Zod neck snapping, you know, like, oh, well, why didn't he just get, you know, the Phantom Zone? Well, we don't no longer have a Phantom Zone projector. You got to get in this weird dildo thing and go up into the into the weird vaginal orifice. I'm probably going to get canceled.
In the moment, fighting Zod, and Zod's just like, I will never stop. If you have a guy that's trying to kill this family saying, I will never stop, are you going to sit there and be like, let me calculate all the options that I have for getting rid of Zod?
No, because he was about to fry that family.
Yeah. And it's like, bullshit, motherfucker. Don't tell me Superman never killed. Superman killed plenty of people. Superman tried to kill Doomsday, like in the comics. Don't try to tell me. Now, granted, he didn't. They were both in comas. But it's like, don't try to tell me.
Spoil that. Ugh.
I know. Don't try to tell me that Superman followed the same philosophy as Batman about the no killing. It's like, there was never that. Superman killed, whether it be monsters, aliens, or whatever. He did what he had to fucking do in the heat of that moment.
Yeah.
The podcast, the death thing did bother me, because I'm like, Superman's so fast that he could. Now, granted, he didn't know how to fly yet, so he'd have to run, I guess. But I'm like, he could have done it real quick, and no one would have noticed. Like, dude, the wind from the tornado, like, you know.
Sure. Yeah. There's a lot of, you know, ifs and buts and coulda, shoulda, woulda, but the movies we got are what we got.
Yeah.
And again, it's not to be so much let's beat up on one Superman and give another Superman a pass. Nicholas Holt's whole portrayal as Lex Luthor, I didn't like the fact that they kept calling him Luthor instead of Luthor, right?
Yeah.
They don't put the emphasis on the O there.
Yeah.
That's just a personal
Mr.
thing.
Mr. Luthor.
But I felt they tried to do the whole his issue with Superman is because he just gets things, whereas Luthor like had to work for things.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel it fell a little flat.
I hated it.
I didn't have a problem with
Nicholas
casting.
Hoult. Huh?
Yeah. I didn't have a problem with the casting, but
I like Nicholas Hoult in just about everything I've seen him in. He's a great actor. But
Miss Tessmacher!
I felt like his Luthor was terrible. And I'm not saying that, no, Jesse Eisenberg was great. I'm saying that what I liked about Jesse Eisenberg was a different take, because you look at who came before. It's like Gene Hackman. Like, that's Gene Hackman. In the comics, Luthor was he was like this brute kind of badass. And I like the interesting kind of neurotic take on the Eisenberg kind of thing. Now, granted, yes, there was things that worked and there's things that didn't work. But I watched Superman and I'm watching Nicholas Hoult and I'm just like, there is nothing convincing about him. Oh, 100%. Spacey is the all-time best Luthor.
Wrong!
Wrong.
He was so
Yes.
good. He was so
Yes.
good. Yeah.
He was so good. He was the only good thing about that movie. But
Yeah.
like Nicholas Hoult, like I'm watching the movie and I'm like, this guy does not feel menacing to me. He does not feel like a threat. I would literally sit there and just be like lukewarm to him. I'm like, okay, you're hiring a bunch of people to pull AI, like, like trying to test his moves over computers. Like, no. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Ryan is steaming right now, because I can tell because of all his shit comments.
I love it.
Steaming for my hot takes, because he liked Superman and I lost a little respect for him because of how much he liked Superman. But that's okay.
I mean, people still accept me, and I can't stand the Tim Burton movies.
Let me go to his stupid take. Ryan's stupid take, because he brought it up. The whole Jolly Rancher thing. If you want to make a villain convincing and like, I should be afraid of this person, whether physically or mentally, like the whole like Jolly Rancher scene, it's like, bro, that's so creepy that I would be terrified of that person. Like, I would think you have issues. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you. But so there's that. But again, it wasn't for everybody, I guess. People don't have the depth of understanding that I do, but
Dude, this chat is just fucking terrible, man. On fire. They're just getting after it.
Probably Ryan, but I don't care. You said you like Superman. That's all that matters.
I like this right here. You can't have a kid play a major bad guy like Lex Luthor.
Totally get it.
I think if it's Holt, if it's Eisenberg, where they were going for like this weird genius savant thing with Eisenberg, a little dangerous, a little quirky. I get it, but again, it's the failure in the execution to kind of shine through. But I think that's where Gene Hackman and Spacey really kind of came into their own with being a more adult, matured, seasoned sort of Lex Luthor. Like,
yes.
He's self-made. He's super rich. He's, what is he, like 10th level intellect or something like that they kept talking about in the Justice League, Denny Tim stuff. Why couldn't we have got Homeboy from Breaking Bad?
I cannot believe you just said that, because I'm literally sitting here and I'm like, who could play a good Luthor? And I'm like, now I know he was bald in the show, but he was like, when he explains
Bryan
himself
Cranston?
as Heisenberg, like Bryan Cranston would be an awesome.
I am the one who knocks. Yeah. And
Yeah.
as much as I don't like Breaking Bad because fucking Albuquerque,
Right.
you know, I live it every day. I did watch the whole show. Bryan Cranston's a great fucking actor. He's got amazing range. Like he can do dark, he can do serious, he can do comedic, Malcolm in the Middle. I don't see like if Patrick Stewart was so freaking obvious as Professor Charles Xavier, why wasn't Bryan Cranston so obvious? And I know people have said like, oh, well, they approached him or they were gonna or this or that, but you know,
Yeah.
I don't see any proof of that. So
Yeah.
see, Ken says he wanted to play Lex Luthor.
I never heard that, but you know,
I don't know, but
yeah.
It's one of those things like it's right there in your damn face. Like, why did that not happen? Headcanon says Cranston could have pulled off the public nice guy Luthor and the evil deadly behind the scene. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
but like
I don't have an issue with corn sweat, corn sweet, whatever. That guy.
Fine.
Yeah.
He
Great
was fine.
actor.
The costume was atrocious.
Oh, fuck that costume.
And I feel like Gunn had an excuse for every single like comment that people made. When people are like, why is the suit so baggy? His mom made it. And it's like,
what?
Okay. So you
His
had
mom made it out of what?
So you had this guy that you hired who was also enormous, works out like crazy. Like this dude is enormous. And you didn't want to highlight anything about his muscle, his physique. Instead, you put him in this baggy shit WB TV show level costume. Like the costume looked so bad. And I think that was probably my biggest gripe about the movie was the costume. But
yeah, there were a couple moments where it looks pretty good, but that's like, you know, as the building's falling and he catches it and the lady in the car drives off and then he kind of like lets the building collapse around him and then he kind of rises up, but you don't really see him. It's in the moments where it's more silhouetted that it looks good.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of those like hero pose kind of moments, you know, when Cavill puts the suit on in the scout ship and he steps out, you know, and like the cape is billowing and he just, I don't know. I'm biased. I'm gonna admit it. I'm biased. And the way they fucked Henry Cavill over, I was like, I will not give James Gunn's DCU a fair shake.
Well,
and at least I will admit it. I will admit it.
Yep. I think the other thing that really helped the feel good moments in Man of Steel was the Hans Zimmer, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that I could hear it in my head. There was nothing memorable about Superman. There was so much memorable about Man of Steel.
Quiet piano and how it builds and stuff.
Yeah.
And the music in James Gunn's Superman was good. I like the music. And I got to agree with this. Like Guy Gardner, he fucking stole that movie. But again, it's a Superman movie. Why is it that people only care about Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's like only caring about fucking Perry White in Man of Steel, even though he was an awesome Perry White.
Yeah. I'm going to go off on a tangent for a second, then come back to the Nathan Fillion thing. What I liked about Man of Steel is that you had a successful Superman movie and you didn't need to bring Luthor in it at all. Kind of like the Batman.
You see a LexCorp
Joker. It's like Batman Begins didn't have Joker. It's like, I love when movies don't go for the norm. So it's like, to me, it's like you have Man of Steel and it's like they set it up to build. Whereas like Superman came out and it's like, I'm going to give you every flavor of ice cream right now. You don't need dessert.
Not to mention the Hall of Justice.
Yeah. It's like, and it's like, he just threw up on us with everything. And I'm like, why did we need that? I think what shows a better filmmaker, better scriptwriter, better producer is when you don't need to go with the easy low hanging fruit. Gunn picked the most easy, basic shit to go after. The script was so predictable. It was like watching, like I make fun of my wife because she watches these Hallmark movies. And she'll be 5 minutes in. And I'm like, oh, let me guess. This guy comes to town after not seeing her for 10 years, and she's dating some other guy. And then they fall for each other and they live happily ever after. It was like literally that's what Superman was. I felt that the script was so basic that it was just like, well, of course this is going to happen. Of course, And then going back to like, the whole Justice Squad. It's like gang, whatever. It's like, I know people say like Nathan Fillion, great Guy Gardner. I can't stand Nathan Fillion. And it's like, I can't stand him because Gunn and Whedon are like the same person to me. And all they want to do is jerk off Nathan Fillion constantly. It's like, can we put Nathan Fillion in everything? Because we need a guy who's quirky and funny and who's going to say smart ass things. It's like
he's sarcastic and witty.
It's like every time, like shit, man. So it's like, okay, yeah, he did a good job as Guy Gardner. He looked stupid again. The costumes, whoever was the costume designer on this movie should never make another movie ever again. the literally the WB level, like Arrowverse, like shitty looking TV show costumes. You know what, Ryan? You know what I can do? I guess I can cancel his flight because I set up the flight. I'm going to cancel his flight to Legion's Con. I can cancel that hotel room. Oh, those shirts you sent me? Guess they're going in the dumpster. So maybe you should probably treat me a little nicer when a lot of your shit is on the line right now there, pal. Okay? Okay, just putting it out there. Maybe. But okay, keep needling the bear. Fine. We'll see what happens when you get bit. It's all right.
I fucking love it. He's just rolling.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Nathan Fillion presents Nathan Fillion in Lord of the Rings.
Can your mods put him in like timeout or something like that?
He is a fucking mod here.
Oh, shit.
Anywho, so...
Oh man,
let's move on from let's have a little fun. We're gonna
yeah.
Oh man, that was good.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, this is gonna happen. So 2016, David Ayer, Suicide Squad. And then you have 2021, James Gunn presents James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. 2016 Suicide Squad, $749 million. 2021, $168 million.
Was it that low?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They gave this guy the keys to the castle.
Yeah, and this is kind of an interesting conversation. And then after this, we're going to pause. I got to read some member chats and super chats and all that stuff. The interesting thing about James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is that it still technically fell into the DCEU.
Well, yeah. They didn't know what they
still
were
had
doing.
Rick Flag, it still had Viola Davis, and then you've got
Harley Quinn.
And there's a lot of layers going on there. But this is where you started to see them sort of tearing things away, because Peacemaker is really what ties the DCEU and the DCU together. And that's why I wanted to discuss these two films particularly, because this is where we get the separation, and you find out that Colonel Rick Flag is Rick Flag Jr., and then Frank Grillo is Rick Flag Sr., and then it gets all fucking weird. But anyway, so we've got the non-David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad versus James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. So
where to
what
begin?
You got?
It's like I don't even know where to begin, because like, first of all, I almost feel like we're talking about like Fast and the Furious. It's like you have Fast and the Furious, then The Fast and the Furious, and Fast and Furious. It's like, really, dude? Like this is what we're doing here? You wanted to call it The Suicide Squad? Like you're that creative, James Gunn? Oh my God. I want to kick him in his fucking stupid gray hair.
I got to point this out before you keep going off on Jim. Apparently, Sean Forrester says it was COVID, went straight to streaming. Fair enough. It was 2021, so I don't really remember the time frame.
Fair point, I guess.
That is fair. Totally fair. So thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just looked it up. You know what I mean? I'm just looking up numbers. So yeah, that's totally cool. That's why we have these discussions.
Yeah,
Suicide Squatter another day.
Yeah.
Sorry, I busted up your flow. Please continue.
It's hard because we didn't get what we should have got. Stop bringing his comments up because
it's funny.
No, but you're gonna feed his ego, and I really don't want him to have anything.
Nobody needs to feed Ryan's ego. You know that.
But I want him to sit in the corner and be like, "How come you're not giving me attention? Me. You know, we didn't get COVID didn't write and make shit.
Yeah, that's
a good one.
Look at Top Gun Maverick.
Because look, because there were plenty of things that went to streaming during COVID that were super hot. And but again, we didn't get the cut we deserve. So we're comparing the two based on like, here's a shit version, and then here's another shit movie to counteract that shit version. So, no, you just look like him, Ryan.
Terrible.
But yeah, I mean, I remember watching The Suicide Squad, and it's like, again, like, so what I said about Cavill being the best superhero thing, I think Margot Robbie was definitely number 2 or number 3 is the greatest castings ever. And I had heard Gunn didn't want her back, but it's like, she was the star of the first one. So
she was so fucking popular, though.
She was so, yeah. So, and you can tell because look, I mean, it's like, yeah, you kept Rick Flag, but it's like, other than him and her and Viola Davis, you changed everyone. So,
Rick Flag, but
but it's, again, it's like, I wish I could make this comparison knowing like what we would have gotten. It's like, look, and I'm going to say it now just to get it over with, because if you haven't heard it, I've said it like 100 times. So how you haven't heard it blows my mind, but some of your listeners might not listen to 3POA. I'm going to say, so there was a lot of problems with Jared Leto's Joker in Suicide Squad.
Yes.
And I have gone out and I have said publicly many times, the representation of Leto as Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League was probably the best Joker we have ever gotten. And it was I think the whole scene was 7 minutes, but he was in like 4 minutes of it. It's like, that is how he should have been. Now, we don't know if that's how he was. Now, granted, it's like he still had the tattoos on his face. He still had this silver grill. Like, I loved how gritty and long hair and like greasy he looked in the Zack Snyder Justice League. He was a little too clean and polished in this. But again, it's like, you have to remember, if you're an actor and as good of an actor as Jared Leto is. Now, guys, okay, so you hate Jared Leto's Joker. Try to be open-minded and take this into consideration. If someone comes to you, you've won an Oscar, you consider yourself an amazing actor, and someone says, we want you to play Joker. You are the first Joker after the best Joker that came before you.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, shit, I'm an actor with an ego. I got an Oscar. I could pull off Joker. But again, it's like, this Joker before me was amazing. Of course, you're going to say, I need to be different. Now, we don't know how much input Leto had and Ayer had and Zack Snyder had. We don't know that, but we do know that it was a different take, and it had to be a different take because of what Heath Ledger did. You couldn't be the same Joker. So this is what we got. But again, we don't know what the cut was. There was, again, Jared Leto said he filmed so much more, and it would have been great to have seen. How do you have Jared Leto as Joker in the movie and not really highlight him? Like, how was he not the big bad guy behind all of it? He was just like,
and he was supposed to be. Yeah.
And he was supposed to be. Yeah.
So here's my thing. I have said numerous times before, if you can, and a lot of people either can't or refuse to, if you can get past the aesthetics, like the visual language of Jared Leto's Joker, and you get into like all of the weird little nonverbal communication things that he does, just like Ledger did it as well, where he would like twitch the lips and like chew on the scars in his mouth. But when Leto's Joker, when he would like rush up on people like that, he's like, I could tell you meant that. Like he very much was a good Joker to me. For me, in my opinion, I loved his Joker. A lot of people didn't like the weird, like the pimpish kind of thing, and the shoulder holsters and the Lamborghini. And I get that. If you don't like the aesthetics of it, that's fine. But like, you know, when he's sitting there with Common and he's like, you don't want no beef, you don't want no beef, and then he just fucking domes him, like, that Joker, he is no joke. I loved his Joker. I want to see what Ayer did with the Joker,
right?
And not what the fucking Warner Brothers executives wanting their own Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
I don't know what they tried to turn him into, but it was different. It was definitely different.
I really hope Netflix buys Warner Brothers, because Netflix getting Warner Brothers is the closest chance we'll have to seeing the Ayer cut.
Well, even the images that are out there of after that Chinook crashes that he's in
the tuxedo all
fucking charred up.
Yeah.
Like, where is that? There's so much footage that was unused of that Joker, but I think the Suicide Squad, it had some good stuff too. I liked Polka Dot Man. I thought that as a weird character, that's something that James Gunn can do well. Like he has his left and his right limits, just like Tim Burton and everybody else does, just like Zack Snyder. Polka Dot Man, King Shark, the detachable kid, fucking Weasel, like that is stuff that James Gunn should be doing, not Superman. Just my opinion. I didn't want to see Tim Burton's Superman at all.
Dude, could you like, and that's the thing, when people were like Batman 89, I'm like, did you see Nicolas Cage's Superman? Like, you know, like, come on, man. Got to play to your strengths. What I didn't like is that, you know, you literally, and you can tell by looking at the posters, it's like, hey, let's take Deadshot out and put in whoever, you know, Idris Elba plays. Let's take, you know, Captain Boomerang out and put in Polka Dot Man. Let's take, you know, Killer Croc out and put in King Shark. It's like, how much can you say you didn't want to reuse any characters and you got pigeonholed into doing Harley Quinn? It's like what was wrong with the characters from the first one?
They did Boomerang dirty. They did him dirty in that movie. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I hate that part.
Yeah. So to me, it's like, you know, it's like, all right, man, you know, you got to redo it, but you redid it and you fucked it up. So, great. What came before was easier, you know.
Peacemaker is the most overrated smear of trash.
Hal Jordan, hallelujah, fucking Luya. 100%. Now, I think John Cena's funny. I think he can act well. But it's like, I have yet to see one episode of Peacemaker, because I'm like, he was such a dumb fucking stupid character in the Suicide Squad that I'm like, I don't ever want to see this character on any sort of film whatsoever.
The only thing I liked about Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad is when him and Bloodsport are doing like the 1-for-1 killings thing. And then Peacemaker's like, it is when it's dope as fuck. Like, that's the only part that I liked. But I think at the end of the day, I have to kind of emulate what James Lucas says. The animated stuff, DC is always going to be superior. The Assault on Arkham, based on the Arkham games, that's the best Suicide Squad movie. Even though it's a Batman movie, but it's not. But it is. Yeah. Just my opinion. What? Bobby, are you saying that John Cena can act? Yeah, he can act.
He can act. Yeah, he can. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to win an Oscar. I'm just saying, like,
He can act better than me.
it's like there's times where I'm like, like, listen, guys, I love Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it's like, dude, I saw him in a movie. I'm like, wow, you suck as an actor. But it's like, I've seen John Cena in
The Expendables.
John Cena was really funny in. He was in this movie with who's that stupid, I don't want to say derogatory comments. The comedian, she steals other people's jokes.
Oh, Amy Schumer?
He was in a movie with her. He was really funny. He was in the movie with the two SNL women where they're sisters, and he's playing like a drug dealer with tattoos on his face. He was really funny in that. Like,
he was in a lot of good stuff. Ricky Stenicki, like
Ricky
Drew just said,
that was really good. Like,
that movie was hilarious, and I didn't even know anything about it. I want to say hey to Jay Bartlett. What's up, Bardo? Yeah,
Ricky Stenicki was really funny. I will say that Cena's better than The Rock. I was actually having this conversation with a buddy of mine the other day on how The Rock has just imploded as far as making like dog shit movies nowadays. Yeah.
So anyway, so David Ayers, not David Ayers, Suicide Squad, and then The Suicide Squad. I appreciated the fact that The Suicide Squad put Starro in there. I will say that. That's kind of a deep cut.
It's a deep cut, but yes.
Everything about David Ayers' Suicide Squad was so much different. The thing with Enchantress, the brother, that whole brother thing was almost entirely gone. She was just building that weird little muckman army. And I've read a lot of articles about what his was versus what we got, and some stuff you have to take with a grain of salt, because you can't really prove it. But
like, if it was Joker pulling the strings on Enchantress, like, that would have been awesome.
And just the way that they did her, like when she's in the Pentagon and she says Enchantress and the hand, I thought that was cool. Like, they did a lot of cool shit with the Enchantress.
Yep. I was bummed that, like, because there were things that were really good about it, but the eyeball muck creatures looked like something out of Power Rangers. I was like, man, those could have been handled so much better.
Wait one.
Huh?
Oh, so there's a police substation right behind my house, like on the street on the other side before you get into my neighborhood.
Okay.
Every once in a while they do training over there, and I can hear some cop like talking over his loudspeaker, and so I'm sorry, I just wanted to hear what he was saying. Yeah, fucking, in case I got to get up and go get something real quick and barricade the door.
Get him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What do you think about this? Suicide Squad Enchantress was a ripoff of the Ghostbusters ending. Like, Gozer the Gozerian?
When someone asks if you are a god, you say yes. Hey, Ryan, you know what that's from? Dummy.
Ryan's not seen that movie.
He has not.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a ripoff? I don't know. Why? Because it's a female, like, crazy, ghoul lady. Okay. It's not like Enchantress summoned, big marshmallow man.
No. Anywho, you got anything else for Suicide Squad versus the Suicide Squad?
It's just a travesty that, like, if we never ever, like, if I'm 55 years old and I'm just like, oh man, we never ended up getting that Ayer cut. It's like, because again, what we got, like, the fan movement, and I know it bothered some people that it happened, but a fan movement got a movie made that should have been made. When someone meddles or another director takes over or something like that, like, we deserve to see that cut. We absolutely deserve it. It's like, look at how many times, I'm a big Ridley Scott fan, they always let him do director's cuts because they fuck up his movies.
How many fucking Blade Runners do we need?
Yeah, the director's cuts are fantastic. So it's like, of course we should get an Ayer cut. It's like, if I'm Warner Bros., I'm like, okay, James, I get it. You have the keys. You're driving the car. But at the same time, we like money. And yeah, this wouldn't mess with what you have going on over here. Let's just put it out on HBO Max. You know, who gives a shit?
I like to see the DCEU that would have and should have been. I appreciate watching that version of Justice League. I appreciate the Batman v Superman extended cut because it allows more time for the quiet, subtle moments that actually lead to them fighting. It's not just like, oh, there's a disagreement. He fucked my car up. Now we're going to fight. You know, there's a lot more going on with that. And again, the theme is Warner Brothers is Warner Brothers' own worst enemy when it comes to stuff like this, because all they want is shorter run times for more showings for more money.
Absolutely.
And granted, Suicide Squad made $749 million, but why? Because you have the success of Man of Steel, BVS. Everybody wants to say BVS was a failure. That fucking thing made $900 million.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't it almost make $1 billion?
It made more than Iron Man 2. It made more than Thor and Thor 2. It made more than fucking Captain America. It made more than the first Iron Man. When you take just dollar for dollar, those first couple of DCEU movies, you're talking $670 million for Man of Steel, 874, you know, and then it went up again to like 901 million for BVS, 749 for Suicide Squad, 822 for fucking Wonder Woman, and then 1.15 billion for Aquaman. Like those movies made fucking money. Like they made money. I understand like what happened with Justice League, but is that Justice League's fault? Or is it Warner Brothers, and then they got to bring in Joss Whedon, and then he's got to fucking destroy Zack Snyder's movie? They cut down a trilogy to a two-parter to a one-parter, and they just mess it all up. Dude, Kenzo, I love you, dude, but we will fucking fight. She was a fantastic Wonder Woman. My opinion. Just my opinion. I love her as Wonder Woman.
I can touch on that later, but
it's fine.
My thing, it's like Suicide Squad was critically panned as well, just like Batman versus Superman, and yet there was more weight put on Batman versus Superman, even though it made more. And it's like that's where like when you see the decision making, it's like it's so obvious. It's like these movies made tons of money, even with them meddling. And it's like, you know, like look at what happened after, like, you kind of got rid of Zack Snyder. Wonder Woman 2, Aquaman 2, The Suicide Squad. It's like you're saying, those first movies, really, really good. They made money, like a lot of money. So it's like, if I'm looking at just numbers, I'm like, can we go back to what worked over here, not what worked over here, or what you're doing over here? Like, you know.
And the thing is, as soon as they announced that the DCEU was like done, it's going away, all the stuff that they had in the pipe, excuse me, it suffered because of those decisions.
Well, and why would
I liked
do that?
Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I like that fucking movie. I'm entitled to my opinion. You're gonna have to take the chat for 2 seconds.
Sure. Because now that Chad is on a call, I mean, you know I was eating earlier, but taking a call in the middle of a podcast, who does that? Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember if I saw Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I mean, I like the first one, but you know, my biggest thing was that when they announced the whole Gunn, you know, taking over with already
let me interrupt. The crazy cat lady at the end of my street is barricaded in her house. I got to go get my dog over the back gate.
No way.
I love
awesome.
You. Take the chat. I'll be right back. Be right back.
Nice. I get to take over the show like I take over 3POA. It is my StreamYard after all, Ryan. So what I was saying about the like, why would you announce, hey, all that other stuff that came before doesn't matter anymore? Oh, we have 2 more movies to put out. Oh, sorry. I got my thing going over here. Sorry. It's like that. that was like, that really rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, if I were Warner Brothers, I would have immediately fired James Gunn. I would have been like, dude, we have 2 fucking movies coming out. I think it was 2. It was Aquaman 2 and it was Shazam. Oh, and Black Adam. It's like, whoa, dude, like, we've got hundreds of millions of dollars rolled up in here, and you're just gonna say none of this matters anymore. And, you know, the whole, hey, let's bring back Superman. And, you know, there's a lot of like he said, she said. It's like, we'll never really know the true story, because it's like James Gunn has said, well, that took me by surprise because they told me that I could write my own Superman movie and I can do this and I can do that. It's like, okay, but you did Suicide Squad and you did Peacemaker and you still included like DCU stuff or DCEU stuff in it. So it was like, no, you didn't really think you were getting like the whole gig. So it was like, again, it's so muddled and we'll never. Oh, Blue Beetle. Thank you. Wow. So 4 movies. Wow. So James Gunn, you managed to destroy 4 movies that you had nothing to do with. Oh, and The Flash. 5 movies. James Gunn destroyed 5 movies that he didn't film or write. He destroyed the Suicide Squad, and then he destroyed Superman. Wow, that dude's got a worse track record than Dwayne Johnson right now. So, oh, Batgirl, geez, wow. If James Gunn killed that many movies, how do you let him do that? Now, I have, you know, a hot take that I hope happens, because, you know, I was listening to a YouTube video about the whole Warner Brothers buyout thing. It's like, is Paramount going to get it, or is Netflix going to get it? And supposedly Netflix is really close, because Paramount did 3 offers and all 3 were rejected. But Netflix, it's like Netflix just wants content. They're not in a position where they're like, all right, we need movie slates and this and that. They're just like, we're just going to make content. So hopefully Netflix gets it. Netflix comes in and they're just like, all right, James Gunn, you can stick around, but you're on a short leash. We're bringing back Zack Snyder. We're bringing back this. We're doing the Ayer cut. We're having the Batman universe, like all that. I hope Netflix says, James Gunn, go fuck yourself. You are not top dog anymore. You're at the kids' table, okay? You're at the kids' table, because that's where he deserves to be with his stupid gray hair. Go sit at the kids' table. Watch the other professionals make content, because Netflix, we have you on a leash now. That's what I hope happens. So how'd it go?
Well, so there's a woman at the end. So we live in like a cul-de-sac, but it's a one-sided cul-de-sac because we're up in the foothills, right? The other side of the street is just like mountain. There's this crazy cat lady, legit crazy cat lady. She lives at the end of the street, at the entrance into our cul-de-sac. Apparently, she has a shitload of warrants and she's always been weird. Ooh. She is barricaded in her house. There's like 12 cop cars all over that whole area, the entrance into our cul-de-sac. My wife and her dog were out on a run. They tried to come home. The cops were like, you can't go that way. And she's like, but I live right there. And they were like, you can go over your back wall. So I had to, remember how I told you there's a police substation over there? So I had to go to the backyard, receive this fucking crazy fur missile over the wall, and then watch my wife jump the wall.
Nice.
Why is it when you and I hang out, some weird shit always, you're a shit magnet?
It's like the moon's line, man. You should move like the stream. Like, can you open your garage? Can you set up a table? Can you do the stream from like outside?
No. The last time I accidentally opened this door, it smashed a bunch of my stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, so yeah, that's what's going on. So now we're gonna
all right.
Did you watch this show?
I didn't. I wouldn't, because I'm like, there's nothing like, yes, do I like John Cena? Sure. I didn't like him in the Suicide Squad. So there was nothing about his character that I felt was compelling enough to warrant a whole entire show.
I wasn't like, significantly bothered enough to stop watching the first season, I did watch the entire first season.
Okay.
I thought the second season was completely unnecessary. I didn't make it through 2 episodes. I didn't like the way that they retconned out the Justice League, because the season 1 finale has Superman, Wonder Woman, blah, 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 blah. But the only ones that you see their faces are Jason Momoa's Aquaman and weird ass Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah.
Like, he talks shit to them as he's walking by. He's like, fucking pussies, or something like that, as he's walking past them. When they did season 2, they retconned that to be the Justice Gang.
Yeah, because they like re-CGI'd it, right?
Yeah. And it's why? But again, we got to go back to that whole James Gunn, the Suicide Squad, where you're 1 foot in the DCEU, 1 foot in nothing. And again, as I was saying previously before I got the phone call and the whole fucking SWAT standoff thing, because Albuquerque, it's all folded in together. The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker season 2, the DCU. No, I'm James Gunn, because what I say goes. It's my dog as the model for crypto, and my fucking wife, right? Because you can see her there twice. The only reason they kept Peacemaker is because of his wife. And in the process, boned Aquaman, right? 2, boned Shazam 2. The Flash was shit anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
His wife is the blonde?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, whatever. She's in all his shit, just like his brother. Now his brother's fucking Maxwell Lord. His brother is Maxwell Lord.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You find out in Peacemaker season 2 that the Justice Gang is funded by Maxwell Lord, played by Sean Gunn.
That's right. That's right.
Peacemaker, and again, all this is opinion, right? We all have our own opinions. It is like all of that weird Hollywood bubble depravity just on display. Peacemaker season 2 literally starts with a fucking orgy.
Really?
And that's all it's about. It's just about any kind of depravity that they can throw in a show. They're just going to throw it in Peacemaker.
Jeez.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. The Watcher says David Zaslav hired James Gunn to reboot DC, blaming Gunn for ending the Snyderverse is silly. I'm not blaming Gunn for ending the Snyderverse, but I do see what your point is. I'm not.
Well, again, because I made a hot take while you were out, dealing with stuff. Because I was saying how Gunn, we counted it. It was 6 movies. It was Aquaman 2, Shazam 2, Flash, Batgirl, Wonder Woman 2, or no, Blue Beetle, and there was something else. But it's like he ruined, because he announced how he was I'm rewriting the whole universe.
Yeah, we're shit canning the whole thing.
Now, again, we don't know if that was DC telling him to say that, or if it was him going out and say that. Now, if someone said to me, "Hey, you're running this studio," I'm probably going to go out there and I'm going to say whatever I want to say. So, yes, I can blame James Gunn for ruining those movies. Again, to an extent, because those movies were probably written poorly or directed poorly or what have you.
Yeah.
James Gunn's hands are definitely, they're not clean. He's still had a part in all this.
Yeah. But so first headcanon, yeah, you're right. I'm not saying that's not the case. It's like a pre-Justice League. I totally understand that. I was just pointing it out. All of this, it's all like interlaced fingers, because you have man, I got a million thoughts going on and my mind is just not working right. You have the Dark Knight trilogy. You have Kevin Tsujihara. You have David Zaslav. You got Zack Snyder. You got the shit that went down with Zack Snyder's kid and how they booted him. Then you got they got to bring in Joss Whedon. Then you got what they did to David Ayer, and they got to, again, because Joss Whedon and trying to be like, the MCU when you're not the MCU, and then on and on and on and on. Like, all of it contributes, all of it, no matter what.
100%.
And it's not, it's not a failure of Snyder's DCEU. It's Warner Brothers.
It's a
kinda how that
mismanagement
always goes.
of the assets.
If we want to tie it back into toys, you worked at Hasbro. You know that when you worked on whatever team you worked on at Hasbro, you and other people on your team really wanted to do this toy, that character, this playset, that vehicle. Like you wanted to do that fucking concept of Duke and Cobra Commander. Like you were actually able to get your Missile Command headquarters made. But how many things did you want to do that your bosses or the executives or the bean counter said, nope, 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 nope?
Well,
right?
G.I. Joe Elite, my 6-inch line.
Yep.
Perfect
That's
example.
Warner Brothers.
That's Warner Brothers.
Yeah. And it's now, I don't think that Gunn is right for DC. I've said that off the cuff. Like just because you can do a talking tree and a raccoon doesn't mean you can do Superman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Tim Burton. I love a lot of Tim Burton stuff, but Tim Burton and Tim Burton stuff to me do not equal Superman, Batman. That's just my opinion. Bryan Singer really wanted to do fucking Superman. Oh, I love the Christopher Reeve Superman. I want to do a movie that continues right after Superman 2. Look what happened with Superman Returns.
I almost wish we got to see a Tim Burton Superman movie so that we could all use it. So me and you could use it as a chip to put down and be like, remember this? Because it would have been dog shit. It would have been absolutely terrible. Because it's like, look, it's like, I love Batman 89. I grew up on it. I don't think it holds up. And there's parts of it that I'm just like, this movie's terrible. But I also feel that way about the Dark Knight trilogy. I absolutely love those movies to death. And now the more I watch them now, the more I'm like, things aren't holding up. Or I'm looking at things differently. And I'm like, okay, you know. But now I'm starting to look at like, you know, Ben Affleck as Batman. And I'm like, I'm more appreciative of Ben Affleck as Batman now than I was prior.
You know, I know a lot of people, I don't know if it's just dislike of Snyder, the way people dislike you and me, but what is it against Ben Affleck's Batman that people just have so much like some people say, oh, well, it rips off too much from Frank Miller. It's like, well, everyone's Batman rips off from something. I mean, Batman Begins, the whole end scene is torn right out of Batman Year One, and I appreciated that. The warehouse fight scene in BVS, the whole thing with the flamethrower and grabbing the guy through the wall with the M60, that's right out of Dark Knight Returns. We all know that. But who's going to give Ben Affleck's Batman shit? Because to me, the guy who, you know, I'm a scale snob, I only like 118, fight me, which is not true. That is the best however many minutes of Batman on screen, period, paragraph ever. The aura farming, the savagery, the skill, like that is a direct love letter to Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, you know, that people love to say is like the ultimate Batman experience ever. You know, you can be Batman. The way that he just fucking hands those guys their asses. And it's just me. I don't care who shares the opinion. There is no way that Pattinson's Batman holds a candle to that.
Yeah, I look at them as different entities.
Sure, yeah, of course they are.
Because you can't look at as Batman as one entity. Because it's like, I love Tim Sale's Batman, who is very different than Neil Adams' Batman, who I love. And it's like, you know, I was never a fan of Frank Miller or Frank Miller's Batman. But what I think is crazy is how beloved Frank Miller's Batman is. Yet when you finally do a film version of Frank Miller's Batman, people are like, oh, he's terrible. It's like, but wait.
Yeah, but if it was Michael Keaton, people would they would be
right. It's like, we got Michael Keaton back for the Flash movie. Michael Keaton was probably like the third worst thing about that movie. Yeah, I said it. It's like, you know, I think, you know what it is? I just think Ben Affleck is almost like kind of like a caricature of himself. And, you know, he's done good stuff, he's done bad stuff, but he's like, at the end of the day, he's Ben Affleck. He dated Jennifer Lopez. You know, it's like there was just a lot. So it's like, you know,
was the bomb in Phantoms, though.
Yeah, but it's like when Christian Bale gets cast as Batman, it's like, you know, people are open-minded about it, like, oh, this is gonna be great, blah, blah, blah. It's like
that is based off of American Psycho, though.
Yeah, but I think people just like, there was a lot of baggage that came with Ben Affleck. So it's like, I looked at it as like, dude, he's great. And then it's like when I saw him, I was like, wow. And it's like, I didn't want to like him, but I liked him because he was so good and he was so imposing looking. Now, I will have a different take on that warehouse scene because I think, and this goes back to Watchmen, which is one of my big gripes with Zack Snyder, is that I think
he love Watchmen.
It's so good, which I'm going to get into that in a second.
The best movie intro ever.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But like he tends to make his human characters very superhuman in a way. So it's like when Ben Affleck shoots the crate and then fucking whips it, I'm like, do you know, even if that crate was empty, do you know how strong you would have to be?
Well, yeah, and then you don't even want to get into the anatomy and physiology of a shoulder does not work like that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So to me, it's like,
I get it.
That scene was a little too, he took too much liberty with it. It's like, I wanted my Batman to be a little more grounded, a little more real. Like he's a real guy, you know? It's like, if you want to put him in the armored suit and flip that crate, sure, I get it. I get it. But, you know, LP got quiet. Scared him away. But yeah, so going to Watchmen, because I actually watched it last week and I was listening to a couple, I guess YouTube was listening to me watching it because it started suggesting all these Watchmen videos. And it was like, what, you know, people like, because I had never read the book before I saw the movie. So I saw the movie and I love the movie. And that's kind of one of those things where I think if you read it and then you watch it, you're like, oh, like I enjoyed Harry Potter before I read the books. And then you read the books, you're like, oh, okay. So a lot of people griped about Watchmen, whereas like, I loved it. I think it is a awesome, awesome movie that I can watch so many times.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's really
Jackie
good.
Earl Haley or as Rorschach.
Yeah, I'm not in here with you.
You're locked in here with me. Oh, he's so
like, it's
good.
so good. But like
Zack Snyder can cast. There's a few missteps here and there, but
that movie was cast very well.
Casting then. Come
on.
on.
What was that?
Casting.
What about casting?
What do you got?
Well, Ezra Miller, I think was terrible.
Yeah, Ezra Miller was fucking that guy is not. He's not Barry Allen. He's definitely not Wally West. He is not.
No. He was terrible. I wasn't a big fan of Amy Adams as Lois Lane. The Jesse Eisenberg
like Amy Adams? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan as Lois Lane. I didn't like her.
I have to tinkle.
I liked the one of the positive things about the Superman movie was I liked the girl who played Lois Lane. I thought she was very good.
Yeah, I'll agree.
But again, you know what I'm so sick of? I'm so sick of like Lois Lane saving the day. Like everyone needing, oh my God, so good. Everyone like
fucking goat Alfred.
Yeah. Why does Superman always need Lois Lane like save the day? Like all of a sudden she learns how to fly alien spacecrafts and this and that. Like
that's that bullshit right there.
Snyder and Gunn both guilty of it. But okay. But yeah, the castings, it's like, yes, I'd say he's like 80-20 as far as castings. Now again, like Watchmen, I don't think there was a person cast in that movie that I didn't think was good. I thought everyone was good. 300, everyone was good. It's like, dude, Michael Fassbender's in 300. Like, we
will fight in the shade.
Yeah. Look at why am I blanking? Why am I blanking on the movie? Because I love it and everyone hated it. It was the movie with the girls and the thigh highs and the schoolgirl outfit.
Sucker Punch.
The cast in that movie was fantastic. So it's like,
yeah, I'd say he's 80-20, but the 20 he gets wrong are really bad. Like Ezra Miller was bad. Now
yeah.
I don't know how much well, he did cast Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Now, I know you love her. I'm going to take a slightly different take. I loved the first Wonder Woman. However, I feel like it's like, okay, well, she's on an island with a bunch of Amazon women, and you cast a bunch of Amazon women, bodybuilders and stuff, and you have this
Crossfitters and shit. Yeah.
102-pound skinny girl. I'm like, really? Okay. Like, I wanted Wonder Woman. Like, you made Ben Affleck imposing as Batman. Henry Cavill was Superman in body. Why did you give me this skinny Wonder Woman? Like, why couldn't you have just said, hey, Gina Carano, we're going to film you, but we're going to CGI Gal Gadot's head on your body? Like, can you do that? Everyone
We're going to Darth Vader the fuck out of you.
What was that?
We're going to Darth Vader the fuck out of you.
Oh, shit. Tell me about it. But it's just like, why couldn't we do that? Like, why wasn't that not acceptable?
I mean, not all of the Amazonians, or whatever you want to call them, the Themyscirans, not all of them were big, though. You had like Robin Wright, and then
I get it, but Gal Gadot just seemed
Can you hear
more. Oh, there it was. Yep.
Dude, they're moving in heavy equipment. I can hear it like go, 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 go. I hear it rattling in. Anyway, so you're a shit magnet.
I am a shit magnet. But yeah, I get it. But it's just like, again, it's like, yeah, Connie Nielsen and what's her name? Like, yeah, I get it. They're not Amazonian, like big women also, but it's like Wonder Woman's different. Like Wonder Woman, you're like clad in almost nothing. Give me a little more. Give me a little more. And when she was like, because I remember when people were like shaming her, like, how could she be Wonder Woman when she was cast? And she's like, I'm working out. And it's like her in the gym, and she's got like 5-pound weights. And I'm like, honey, you better like pick up some 25s or something like that, because those 5-pounders just ain't doing it. Like, like
those deltoid raises aren't helping you.
She should have got, Jillian Michaels from The Biggest Loser. That chick was jacked. Like, she got her, and at least get on a little cycle of HGH or something like that. Come on, everyone's doing it. Tom Hardy did it for Bane. Like, why? Come on. Yeah, I'm getting canceled.
Do you feel in charge?
So
darkness is your ally.
That was unnecessary.
There are moments where in BVS, when she's having that conversation with Bruce Wayne, and she's like, oh, I doubt you've ever met a woman like me. I like those little moments, where she's allowed to be Diana, of Themyscira.
Yep.
When they're standing there talking, it's like, this thing is from another world. It's from my world. And she pulls her sword, and she's like, I've killed things from other worlds before. Like, she has moments where she is just boss as fuck.
Yeah. But she also
I understand that
be in that
like
movie.
Say her boobs weren't big enough, or she wasn't burly enough. And I know she has that, thick Israeli accent, but I like the way that she portrayed Diana. I just did everything, like where she's quiet and she's not saying anything, and she's on the plane and she gets off the plane, and there's no interaction. She's just like, fuck this, I'm going to work. You know what I mean? Yep. I'm gonna go put in some work. And her reveal in the suit when she fucking saves Batman.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that scene. And she just like kind of lowers them, and that dun 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 dun. It's just me. But it gets me going. I like that movie. Yeah.
But she didn't need to be in that movie.
No, she didn't.
She didn't.
But at least they used her sparingly.
They did, but at the same time, like, if it's Batman versus Superman and you're trying to like start them off as hating each other and then getting them to work together, wouldn't it have been better if the focus was just on the two of them working together to fight Doomsday rather than, but
yeah, but again, we get into the whole Batman and the prep time, and I could beat fucking anybody, to include, Darkseid, and okay.
Yeah.
Me personally, I look at BVS the way that I look at the prequel trilogy. There there are things that I would love to see done differently. Same with the Joe live action movies. Why is Baroness Cobra Commander's sister? Why is Cobra Commander Duke's buddy? Why is Duke a fucking captain? There's a lot of stuff that I think are missteps. I would have rather seen the whole interaction like in the animated series where Batman has to come to Metropolis and he has that one little sliver and he's like, it doesn't take much, does it? You know what I mean? Where they kind of have that back and forth, like, yeah, you're more human than I am because I am not a good person and you are, but I can still fuck you up. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Added space value. I think that Doomsday alone was a misstep. Why not do like Metallo? You know, because Batman has a chance against Metallo because kryptonite has no effect on Batman.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Batman going to do to Doomsday? Yeah, he hit him with the kryptonite 40mm gas grenade. But he spent that whole fight like running the fuck away because he's mortal.
He's more,
but Metallo, he's pretty much, you know, John Connor, or not John Connor. He's like Kyle Reese fighting the fucking Terminator endoskeleton. Like,
what are you going to do?
But he can at least get some blows in, whereas Metallo is more dangerous to Kal-El than he is to Batman.
I mean, the whole concept behind taking Zod's body, using it to regenerate into some form of villain monster, I was okay with. It's like, but again, Doomsday, my love of Doomsday goes so deep. So the fact that they did Doomsday, and it's like, why did
Doomsday is like Bane. Don't fuck with either one of them.
Yeah. Although Tom Hardy is Bane, I'm okay with. But
no. I'd have gotten the guy that played Turley from the Longest Yard remake, put the fucking mask on him, and had somebody else voice him Darth Vader style.
Darth Vader style. Yeah. To me, it's just like Doomsday. Like you couldn't make, like, why would you not make him look like the comic Doomsday? Like, why? Like, yeah. And the whole like EMP Doomsday, I was like, stop it. Like,
stop it.
You know, it was just like, what am I in Pacific Rim here? What's going on? Where are the Jaegers? When's the Jaeger going to show up?
Stop it.
Yeah, like, stop it. Come on, dude. Like, it was a big ball drop there with Doomsday, but also it's just like you said, you didn't need, like, I felt like too much was pushed. I didn't need Wonder Woman and I didn't need Doomsday.
Yeah, because not only are you doing like World's Finest, you're doing the DC Trinity, you're doing Death of Superman, you're doing Dark Knight Returns, and it's just like fucking kitchen sink. But again, that was Warner Brothers' mandate. It wasn't Zack Snyder. They were like, you need to do these beats. You have to have these characters. And he was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
when they give you lemons,
right,
make what you make. I mean, but again, it's all intertwined. You've got the guy that did Fury makes a Suicide Squad movie. Next thing you know, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Light meets MTV.
Yep.
You got the guy that did fucking 300, Watchmen, all this stuff, very true to source materials. Some would argue to the detriment of those films and the director. And then he's, doing this fucking kitchen sink movie. It's all Warner Brothers at the end of the day. And I hate to fucking say it, but the same probably applies to James Gunn to some degree or another. Like you just got Warner Brothers. They love to fucking be in charge to the point where they lose money.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I can say is I think I'm going to put more of the current failure on James Gunn rather than Warner Brothers, because if I'm James Gunn and you're telling me, hey, you get to run the whole thing, it's your show, I'm not signing that contract unless I say, you guys fucked up the thing before. You literally have no say in this. So I feel like if he didn't do that, he's an idiot. So he had to have done that. So it's just like, again, it's on him. You take over. I will be right back.
Oh. Hey there. How's it going? You know what? We're gonna fucking do this. Let's do this. Come on, let's go. The Titan said an hour and 40 minutes ago. DCEU or DCU both are dead on arrival. Hail Chad holes. Yeah, they kind of both are. One faster than the other. Zakanan, channel member for 17 months. The Black Hype. We're going to talk about that. Okay, yeah. Thank you for being a channel member, my dude. Shane from Same Time Toys, channel member for 10 months. Thanks, my guy. Says, I like stuff, but free stuff is better. Yeah. Money can't buy everything. Are there strings attached with the free stuff, though? If there's strings attached, I don't want it. Crash says, I just packed up my snake armor, an Awe Striker, and others to return back to... You know what? I'm going to read that when the man comes back. Yeah, we'll come back to that. RC Archaeologist. I really hope I got that right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It says, cheers to Chad Hole the Gray and Bobby the Black. Bring on the Joe chat. Thanks, my dude. I appreciate the $5 super chat. We're moving into that right now. We're pretty much done with the DC stuff. Headcanon Unlimited renewed your channel membership. We're going to say renewed your channel membership. I'm going to give you this.
Let's rock!
Anywho, thank you very much for that, my dude. Retro Nomad, what is up, my friend? Good to see you with the $5 super chat. Happy Sunday to my dude, Chad. That's me. And a fantastic guest, Mr. Bobby Vala. Looking forward to this topic. Thanks for being here, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for always being rad. TK Storm, channel member for 13 months, uses his Chad chat trademark. This motherfucker. I'm 30 minutes behind you. Got to meet Bobby at Titan. Cool dude. F the haters. Right? Right? I'm just saying, you could not share a single opinion with this guy who's not here right now, and he'd still be cool with you. Just saying. A lot of people like to hate for whatever reasons, but you know, we're all biased in our own ways. Thank you very much for your Chad chat and your membership. Tall Geese Zero, channel member, awesome dude, my buddy, sends Canadian $5 super chat. I'm a bigger fan of the DC animated stuff over the live action. Still a cartoon kid, I suppose. Look, yeah, I'm right there with you. The animated stuff is fucking amazing. Amazing.
Unless they mess up Batman Hush.
You know, dude, did you see that they're doing a 3-part animated Nightfall?
I did.
And it's just Nightfall. It's not Night Quest Night's End. It's just the first one.
Part of me thinks they're going to kind of just call it Nightfall, put it all together, because Nightfall is
I hope not. I hope not. It's way too involved.
It is way too involved. But also I'm like, because they did Hush so dirty, and I'm like, even they change up Long Halloween a little bit, Reign of Superman, Death of Superman. It's like, how about just
they fucked Hush and Arkham Knight too. Anyway,
it's like, just leave it the way it is. Like, it was what was wrong with it? So I'm kind of skeptical. I'm like, all right, I'm excited, but I'm not.
Fair. Yeah, I think the trepidation is warranted. I agree with that. This one was for you. I read it and then I said I would circle back to it. So Crash Watchman says, I packed up my snake armor and Awe Striker and others to return to Hasbro. More money for Bobby next weekend.
Thanks, man. What you should have did was you should have put a note in there and said, I'm returning this so I could buy more Valaverse stuff. Listen, if someone does that, if someone does it and can prove to me that they actually did it and sent it, I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. I want that done.
Well, sorry, Jeff W. Just kidding. Totally kidding. No, but that was an awesome comment, and I just wanted to share that. And then this one was for you too. So TK Storm said, got to meet Bobby at Titan Toy Expo. Cool dude. F the haters.
Don't spread lies like that, man. You know I'm not a nice guy. Come on.
You're a dick. Fucking jerk.
You gotta keep up that persona.
Just Jeffy, channel member and a mod. Channel member for 18 months says James Gunn doesn't know how to make a single hero movie. Everything has to have an ensemble, and superheroes nobody cares about. Mr. Terrific was dope. Mr. Terrific was cool.
I mean, I guess, but
it's Superman's movie.
But that's the thing. It's like I'm watching a Superman movie and I'm like, why is there less Superman? Like,
Dude, and who the fuck taught that guy what a Thanagarian is supposed to be? How is that hawk girl? What's with the screeching all the time? Like, that's not how Thanagarians work. I know. Whatever.
yeah.
But then again, her mace could fuck up Superman because Superman and magic don't get along. Right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Who's
Dr. Fate? Dr. Fate could put a fucking hurting on Superman.
You know, I will say this. The best part about the Black Adam movie was Dr. Fate.
Wasn't Pierce Brosnan freaking awesome as
So
him?
good. And I'm like, like at first when I heard it, I'm like, wow, that's an interesting casting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked him. And obviously, like that whole fucking cliffhanger stinger thing at the end where fucking Henry Cavill walks out.
Man.
But again, The Rock, right? The Rock decided that, I'm going to take the DCEU and I'm going to make it all about me.
But he knew the right route. He went over everyone's head and went right to the top brass of Warner Brothers and said, I want Superman in this movie. You're going to bring him back. And they were like, all right, dude. That was the right
then
move.
they fucking
That was the right
burned
move.
him
Now, what
anyway.
they shouldn't have done, I didn't think they should have released that scene before the movie. But I get
agree.
it. They were trying to build. Could you imagine just watching that movie and all of a sudden that scene happens? The buzz that would have created, then it would have got everyone to the movie. But you show that scene, everyone's like, oh, cool. I don't need to go to see the movie anymore.
Agreed.
So, you know, it's like, I'm trying to remember. There was some movie that had, I think episode 1 trailer ahead of it. And they sold tons of tickets to the movie, but no one stayed after the trailer.
Wasn't it a Disney animated or like a Pixar movie?
It might have been, or maybe it's episode 1. Maybe it was something else. I mean, I know they showed the Dark Knight trailer before I Am Legend, but everyone stayed for I Am Legend. But there was some movie where a trailer played and people didn't stay for the movie. And it was like,
I do remember the Phantom Menace trailer played before. So I'm sure 10 people just put it in the chat, but
yeah, Meet Joe Black. Was it Meet Joe Black? Really?
Ooh, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Jim Largo from Largo's Lair. Good to see you, Jim. Says no trick-or-treating here. Guatemala is all about Day of the Dead. We're going to get into that. Looking forward to the Sidewinder exclusive. Hey, no, show it.
No, too late.
You fucking dick.
See, I'm an asshole.
Fleischer cartoon is still my favorite Superman. Cool.
Okay.
I like that.
Cool.
I got images. We're going to talk about it anyway. Impossible Pie. Channel member for 17 months. Awesome guy. 89 Batman rules. Rules, Jerry. No. No. See, that's the beauty of opinions. You can have yours, and I could say it sucks.
That's right. That's right.
I love you, Impossible Pie. And if you like Batman 89, that's cool. Totally cool. The Toy Villain sends a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. And says, please make Dead or Alive 6 action figures. Oh, that's aimed sorely at you.
Listen, I appreciate the love for it. I'm not saying that that's probably a wise use of tooling right there. Ooh.
Hot take. Hot take. Justin Booth, channel member, sends a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Justin Booth. Could we possibly get a Valaverse Action Force animated film?
I have been pushing for it for crazy. It's like forever. It's like we have the meetings with the director, the producer. I'm just like, I'm like, guys, this needs to be animated. I'm like, Bobby, you know, like we're trying to make a live action movie here. And I'm just like, no, I get it. But I want it. I want it because you could do more with animation, you know,
Sure.
budget constraints and that. But also then it's like some scenes don't hit as heavy in animation as they do in live action. So it's like it's a give or take. But
yeah,
I mean, listen, I'm sitting here with a guy who, you know, we both feel the same about G.I. Joe Resolute. It's like, I want my Action Force animated series to be G.I. Joe Resolute. Like,
oh, so fucking good.
The grit, the darkness, the adult content, like, and it's like now I see that they're doing a Transformers G.I. Joe animated series, and yeah, no shit. And it's like, okay, about time.
Even though he lied to me about it, that's fine.
What was that?
Even though Robert Kirkman lied to me about it, that's fine.
Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I know, but still, whatever. Can't rule out anything animated down the line, right?
No, absolutely not. I feel like that's, you know, that's where it needs to go. I mean, listen, guys, you know, if I could, you know, get the help of the fandom here a little bit. So I had heard that Seth Green had been trying to pitch an adult G.I. Joe, you know, animated series forever. Yep. Hasbro kept saying no. Guys, flood him with comments on X, social media, whatever it is. When you guys see him at you know the cons or something like that, be like, hey man, you'd make Action Force awesome, or hey, reach out, you know, you should do Action Force. You're a big G.I. Joe fan. We like your vision. Like, dude, like hammer these guys, because it's like, look, I can only do so much. You guys have voices. Be the voice of
plan is to, well, not my plan. The plan is to still have Matt LaCroix and Seth Green on the channel sooner rather than later. A lot of that depends on Seth Green's scheduling, but we're going to talk about all that stuff, right? But I will. So
what you're saying is,
I will drop
that show. Someone will just gonna come in from the green room and be like, "What's up,
surprise, motherfucker!"
Surprise, motherfucker.
No, yeah, but I will keep you posted on how that goes.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Perhaps he's wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane. Fuck that Bane, dude. He's terrible. Anyway,
come on.
Come on. Dude, no. Come on. James Lucas, channel member for 17 months. Bobby Blackbeard looks absolutely fucking awesome. Can't wait for his release. Chad, you're pretty awesome too. Oh, thanks, buddy. We're going to get into that in just a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look. Shh. Just wait. Wait a second. Yeah. Gotta wait. Headcanon Unlimited. You can hear that, yeah? No? Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, it's just the sirens going off. Headcanon, thank you for the $10 super chat. Apparently, I'm stuck in my home, but no place I'd rather be with you awesome people. I know when adapting a comic book to a movie, you have to make changes. What I hate is that DC and Marvel feel the need to make changes to the comics to match the movies, thinking that will bring in new folks.
Well, you have to remember, and I totally understand what you're saying, but if you're a successful company, and right now comics are not very successful, so what you have to do is you have to say, okay, well, you know, this movie made $1 billion. Why is the Superman comic not making $1 billion? I know. Let's put the same thing that worked for the movie into the comic to get Joe Schmo, who doesn't collect comics, into the comic saying, oh, that thing you liked over here is also over here. There's a reason behind it. I don't agree, but there's a reason behind it.
A lot of it is the medium too, though. You know, like films are going to make more than comics. I mean, look at video games. Video games make more than any of those other, you know, media out there. Thank you, Headcanon. Appreciate you, my dude. Curb Stomp, channel member for 18 months, says, what's up, my dudes? Tuning in while on lunch break. Thank you for using your chat for that. Thanks for the warning. Kenzo's Creations, channel member for 6 months, says RossCon is underway in Colorado, baby. Toys, toys. Not in Albuquerque. Do you have Ross up there in Rhode Island?
We might. I know
We
that.
might.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure because I'm like, have I seen one?
Do you have Ollie's?
We have Ollie's, and a new Ollie's just opened up in my town. So the YouTube channel, the VALAVERSE YouTube channel, is going to be making a comeback very, very soon, and we will probably be doing a video from the new Ollie's.
It's science, people!
Nice. Very cool. I wish I had Ollie's. I don't. I have Ross. There's like 6 or 7 Ross stores in Albuquerque. I could go to all 6 or 7 of them, and they would each have different shit, and none of it is shit that I want. I've stopped even trying because I waste like a whole fucking day and get nothing.
Well, I remember like I would always hear about this Ross stuff, like when Rise of Cobra came out, and it was like, oh, you could find this at Ross, and I'm like, what's Ross?
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't I get this stuff? I'm like, I want to buy this cool stuff too. And then it wasn't until I realized that, you know, Ross was like this discount store. Almost, I don't think it's as egregious as Ollie's, but it's like a
no, or Big
like
Lots.
a you know, it's like a Marshalls or a Burlington Co Factory where it's like discounted stuff. But
I can't. Yeah, I have no fucking luck when it comes to Ross. Period. Chad Zombie Finger is dead. Right there. Channel member for 16 months. What is opinion? What's our opinions on the new Running Man? Didn't see it.
Didn't see it either.
Yeah. It's got Glenn Powell. I do like Glenn Powell, but
I like Glenn Powell
I want
too.
to watch that remake though.
Yeah, Glenn Powell was just filming in my town a few weeks ago. He's filming this new I don't think it's not a Kevin Smith movie. It's I don't know, someone's movie he was filming. And they filmed at the local comic book store here in my town. And I was like, oh man, I could have went to go see Glenn Powell. Shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of your town, have all the homeless shady people moved into the old Hasbro headquarters yet?
Well, they're not out. They're not out of the Hasbro headquarters yet. However, Hasbro's making some room because they just laid off a bunch of people. So
they did.
They did.
They did.
But I love how, you know, the top toy news outlets can't mention that. Oh no, we can't mention that. You know, when people's
because they'll lose their access if they say anything.
Yeah,
critical.
when people's livelihoods are on the line, and oh no, like we can't say anything bad about that. Just
we've been talking about that shit forever, though, right? It's either you come with us or you resign. No severance, no nothing. Goodbye.
Yeah,
it's dirty.
The only time they'll touch on it is when it's like relatable, like, oh my goodness, John Warden got laid off and then took out his tin cup and started begging for money, even though he was on severance, and then he got another job, but you guys still gave him $20,000 that he didn't need or deserve. But it's just like, you know, but it's like that. That's when it's relevant. It's like, oh, if I can't relate to it, then a person losing their job doesn't matter. The
one thing that I will give Warden is that I know, and I'm sure you're probably going to have something to say about this, but I know he pushed really hard to get a Snow Bunny Baroness figure made back in the day.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I'll give him.
He was working on trying to do you could probably find him online. There was, during the whole Pursuit of Cobra time, he would hire this design studio called Massive Black, and they were doing all these concept art for, like, you know, out there different iterations, and he had Baroness in this battle armor, you know, like this tactical outfit, and it was so cool. I don't think, you know, he didn't get it done, but it's just like, listen, I loved working with John when I was his intern. I got along with John. He was a very weird dude at times. You know, what I didn't like about him was once he came off G.I. Joe, he like never talked positive about G.I. Joe. And it was always like this redheaded stepchild. And it was like Transformers was this my shiny new thing. And that always bothered me in a way.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of like, you know, when I saw what he did, it's like, bro, you got severance. Like, you started a GoFundMe. Are you like what?
Yeah.
You raised 20,000. Did you give that money back after
It's a bad look.
huh? Did you give
a
that
bad
money
look.
back when you got the job at whatever the fuck, Loyal Subjects? Probably not, but you got free money. And it's just like, dude, come on. Now, what I find funny is that, like, you know, for those of you that are on LinkedIn that know LinkedIn, you know, it's not, you know, the cool social media, but it's like he and I were connections on LinkedIn. And, you know, once he got like laid off, he was doing all these interviews and he was the last person I would have expected to look for a spotlight.
Yeah.
But he started doing all these interviews and I'm like, dude, that's a bad look. It's like, no one ever did that. You just move on. You get another job. Yeah, you could talk shit about Hasbro. It's fine. It's acceptable. You should. But it's like he was almost going on all these like media, like a media tour, and I'm like, what? So it like turned me off. So I like nixed him as a connection on LinkedIn, and then like 2 weeks ago, I get a request from John Warden to connect, and I was like, I know I've been shitting on him lately about his tin cup. I'm like, let's see where this goes. So I accepted it, trying to see, like, let's see where this, if I get a message or something like that, I'm, you know, but it's just like, nope, nothing yet. But I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yet being the operative word.
Yeah. But it's like, look, I'm not going to take anything away from him. What he did on Pursuit of Cobra, it's my all-time favorite era of G.I. Joe ever. But again, him as a person, what he did when he got laid off, I thought was disgusting.
You did some rad shit over there.
I did.
I
didn't get I didn't get enough time to do the breadth of what I wanted to do, but
yeah,
you know, I had my moments.
Well, but again, just like Warner Brothers is DC's worst enemy, Hasbro is G.I. Joe's worst enemy.
Very true. I'm just glad that Daryl came to my office and talked to me about the Missile Command headquarters. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been part of it. You know, but
dude, I fucking love Daryl.
Daryl's amazing. Amazing guy. Amazing guy.
When we were all at that really nice steak dinner that you refused to let me and my wife pay for.
I felt bad because here I am, I'm talking next to Daryl, and I spend like the whole 2 hours just talking to him and not the other 6 people at the table. But it was
but I heard a lot of that conversation too, and I was like, oh, I gotta keep a lot of this shit to myself.
Could you imagine? Shit,
because I was right on the.
You should have heard me, because me and Daryl got laid off the same day. It was like we literally were having lunch every week for the next 4 or 5 months. And I was always hanging out with Daryl. And I was like, man, like could have made a whole podcast series about those lunches.
But, you know, guys like Daryl and Kirk, like they really supported and empowered you to do what you wound up doing.
Yeah. They, because I had asked Daryl if he wanted to partner with me, and he said, no, I want to see you do this on your own. Now it could have been him just being nice, saying, no, I don't want to be a part of that. But at the same time, like he said what I needed to hear, because I guess I didn't have the confidence to think that just I can do it on my own. He was like, if anyone could do it, you could do it. And it was just like, yeah, like I you know, he believed in me to do this thing, and I did this thing.
You know, and not to get too far afield of what we are on and what we're still going to get into, but I like the fact that these conversations are always organic, no matter who it's with. But you know, you always had the blessing and the support of all those guys. Kirk, he always talks so highly of you. Like he loves you to fucking death. It says a lot to have a guy like Kirk Bazigian, who is by far the single most important person in the history of fucking G.I. Joe from like 79 on, you know?
Yep.
Not getting into, you know, Winston and all those guys way back in the day, but you know, Daryl was very instrumental with G.I. Joe as well. And lots of other lines, Star Wars, etc.
Yeah.
You know, just the fact that those guys love you so much that, it says a lot, you know, skill, character, etc. Anyway,
it drives the Joe fans nuts.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I think there's many different levels of Joe fannery.
Yes,
Joe fanboyism.
that is true.
Yeah, that's kind of why I have the never go full classified thing, because I think that's its own,
Speaks for itself.
Yeah, it does. It does. Stacy, channel member for 16 months. Thank you very much. Stacy says, my second longest toxic relationship. I know what your first longest is, but I'm glad to be in good company. Son of GTO, channel member for 5 months. There you go, my dude. Says G.I. Joe Resolute rules. Animated action force. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby.
Resolute's the shit. I'm sorry. Like, fucking.
No.
It's right up there with Mask of the Phantasm. What's your favorite G.I. Joe movie? Resolute. Right? What's your favorite Batman movie? Mask of the Phantasm. So, yeah. And then there's this fucking guy, Drew G, channel member for 17 months, who was endlessly giving me shit in the member stream earlier. Bobby, my kid's coming in 2 weeks. He needs Kids Action Force. Dude, Drew, again, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, buddy. But I mean, he's got some years. You don't want to put Action Force in his hand just yet. Although I got the new merch company starting up soon. We might have some onesies.
Dude, rad.
Yep.
That's rad. Speaking of toxic relationships, Robert's Infinite Realms channel member for 18 months since day 0. Thank you very much, my dude. Says, I went on LinkedIn and found this Foosh Toys guy. And man, he drinks a lot for a guy who owes people product or refunds from 2 years ago. I know you know all about this.
You know who also owes somebody a refund? Did you ever get yours?
Fuck no.
Oh.
And I went and asked Marauder Gun Runners, hey, can I join your private Facebook group for everybody who backed the NOM campaign, even though I requested a refund, but you never fucking gave it to me. So can I at least come see where all my money went? And you know, the thing that sucks, the shitty thing, again, right? If we tie in themes and conversations with the whole burning of fucking Henry Cavill and why I won't give this DCU a chance because of what they did to Henry Cavill, regardless of who was responsible at the end of the day. What Marauder Gun Runners did, and I still want you to touch on Foosh.
Oh, I will.
What Marauder Gun Runners did to not only me, but everyone else who has been supportive of them for all the years. Why the fuck, if you've been around for 2 decades, do you still have to do crowd funds? For one. And 2, you take a campaign that started with 6 SKUs and you bump it up to like 32 or 34 SKUs because it's just money, hype, money, hype.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fulfill it, but the molds are already cut because you're already fucking churning out stuff that you're showing people updates like, hey, look at all this stuff that we're churning out. And then you fucking abandon it. And then your supporters who go and fucking make excuses for you, your advocates, oh, they didn't abandon it. They're going to put out figures because you put out 2 American and 2 Viet Cong figures after 4 fucking years. No, you abandoned that fucking campaign because I want all 30 something of those figures at the $11 each with fucking free shipping. Where are my fucking toys?
Yep.
I'm not in this to be your fucking bro or your BFF. I back that shit for Vietnam era figures. Where's my fucking toys? Anyway, go ahead.
And that's the thing. It's like, look, you know, I have no love for them, but it's like, look,
I will never back another fucking thing they do. They
legitimately asked for a refund and didn't get it, even though they said they would give refunds. So I'm going to back my friend Chad here. They need to own up to that. So I'm going to shit on them until that happens. It's like,
or give me my toys.
It's like, that's the thing, to not like, there's no way, because you and I have both talked about it on your show on 3POA. There's no way John doesn't know that you didn't get a refund. So it's like,
I've messaged them. Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Because it's like, I had my theories. I'm like, they're never going to be able to give all those people that money back. So
they would go bankrupt.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, now I also have a theory. Again, it's a theory, my opinion, but it's like, look who they share a booth with. My, how the mighty have fallen. Remember when they used to have their own booth?
The whole fucking corner.
And now they have a little table, and now they have to share a booth. They have to share a booth with Skeletron, a company that still can't put everything out in 3 years. Listen, they're perfect for each other. It's like, hey, do you know how to put stuff out? No. Well, I don't either. Cool. Do you want to do this together? We can do this together. I wouldn't be surprised if Ben has bought Marauders, because it's just like, you know, oh, they could use some help, and Ben's wealthy, and she's like, oh, you know, here. It's just like, dude, like the last person I would hitch my fucking trailer to is Marauders. It's like, shit, man, I can't even put my own stuff out, and it's been 3 years. Oh, I can't fulfill a Kickstarter for 3 years of everything?
I'm still waiting on 4-inch figures. I fucking forgot that I backed all their 6-inch figures. I forgot that I fucking because I went all in on everything. I still don't have that stupid, like, fucking, Jedi looking fucking Plo Koon face armor thing. Where the fuck is my 4-inch Skeletron figure? Even though I have the original Palatoy shit that I like better. The thing is, I backed it. I paid the money. Where's that stuff? I never got the wolf pack, the 5-pack of the fucking red wolf or blood wolf or whatever the fuck they call it. Like
3 years, bro.
I'm done. I'm done backing Kickstarters from the usual suspects.
Well, yeah, it's just like, look, man, and people are gonna be like, your Kickstarter was delayed. Yeah, because COVID started. The factory shut down. This motherfucker, he started his Kickstarter well afterwards. 3 years, guys. I should probably count the amount of figures or items that I have been able to put out that have been newly tooled since the Skeletron Kickstarter.
We're going to have a little chat about tooling.
Here's the thing. It's like, Bobby Vala's abrasive. He's an asshole. So, of course, like, he doesn't get a pass and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, Ben and John, they're these super nice guys. And, hey, we're super nice. Oh, everything's great. Sunshine and rainbows. So that we can get a pass when we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Yeah. And that's the kind of bullshit that bothers me. Yep. It's like, the same dickheads that give me shit are the same ones that give a pass to Marauders and Skeletron.
You know, it's like, kind of funny because that all ties into the whole James Gunn, Zack Snyder thing, huh?
100%. 100%. And it's like,
it's funny how tribalism works.
So it isn't it? Yeah. But it's like, again, like the thing, Marauders has been in business twice as long as I have. I did one crowdfund. Well, 2 if you count the one that failed. But I did one.
Yeah.
And I've never ever done one since. I don't even do extended pre-orders to pay for something. It's like, we'll do pre-orders to get our quantities, but stuff's already in production when we do that.
Yeah.
But it's like, look at the amount of stuff that I've been able to put out as one person, just putting it out, because I know my audience, I know what I'm making, this and that. You do Kickstarters for every single thing you do. Do you know how much money you're losing when you do a Kickstarter for every single thing you do? Because you lose money on Kickstarter, then you lose money on BackerKit or whatever the fuck third party you got to do. It's like, do you want to just throw money away? Sounds good. Cool.
Yeah.
So there's that. And it's like, I saw it, last weekend at the toy show. I'm literally like in a room. Well, it was multiple rooms, but I'm like, there are so many companies that I saw there that haven't put anything out for years. And it's like, some of them, look, I went and I talked to them. They're nice guys, so I'm not going to sit here and like bash them. But again, it's how I feel about people getting into toys that don't know what they're doing and thinking that it's okay because I got someone else's money to pay for it. That's not the way it works. The one I will single out, because he shit on me for years, is the dickhead that runs that Almighty Legends, that fantasy church shit. That dickhead, he would go on every group, talk about my QC issues and this and that, blah, blah. And it's like, wow, for a guy that's super religious, karma sure gets you, because his shit's been 2.5 years. Yeah. 2.5 fucking years. Shit's still not out. He's selling t-shirts and stickers. It's like, hey, where's your line? It's like, well, I hope your line's perfect when it comes out, because if it's not, I'm coming after you like Satan, baby. But it's just like, maybe when you go to church, you should be like, God, I'm sorry that I shit on Bobby Vala so much, because now my stuff is, hey, thank you, sir. My stuff, I haven't got out in 2.5 years. It's like, but yet I'm the bad guy. It's like, guys, we try to tell you, like, this stuff, it's a gamble, man. It's a gamble. Like, there's too many companies with crowd funds and this and that, and there's so much competition out there. I think you're going to start seeing people put less and less into pre-orders and Kickstarters because they don't have a lot of money and there's too much stuff coming out. They're like, I want the thing now that I could buy now, which is why, like, I put my series out and it's here. When I put it up, you can get it. Like, it's available. So
now, that's the whole second, third order of effect with Kickstarter and backer kit and blah, 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 because there are so many that either take forever, get abandoned, fail, whatever. There are people who want to do Kickstarters, like my friend Chad LaForce, the guy who does like a lot of like my digital media stuff for me. He had that figure 30 and she was already tooled. She was ready to go. And he was crowdfunding one figure, not a lot of money, right? Just like easy, super easy campaign. And you could see the trepidation. People like, it's a Kickstarter, you know what I mean? But the figure was tooled. He was showing the figure already. And like Chad means well. Like he really, really means well. And you know, he's got an awesome fucking name too. But you see how when companies abuse it or they fuck people over, it doesn't just hurt them, it hurts everybody.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
look at that comment too up from the Impossible Pie one. The Vietnam figures are $33 fucking dollars.
Yeah, that's why I said I want my figures at the $11 that they were. I threw this.
Oh my god! Like
$32.99,
dude. My figures were $32, a 6-inch figure filled with a bunch of accessories in 2019, and then through 2021 or 22 or whatever, and then we lower prices and stuff like that. But it's like $33 for a 4-inch figure. Are you fucking out of your mind?
I remember when their basic figures were like $18.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch it all burn down because it ain't lasting.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but like Marauders, Fresh Monkey Fiction, like they're not getting my money anymore.
Ooh, now that we're talking about Fresh Monkey Fiction, let's talk about Foosh.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, back to Foosh.
That's right, because I messed up on my time zones and I wasn't able to do the show with Ryan, and Ryan went softball, questions on them. So he didn't. I would have went a little more visceral on the Foosh and Fresh Monkey.
I didn't even see it. So my bad. I think that's when I was gone. But anyway.
Okay. But it's like, dude, I'm glad it's kind of getting around, like Just Jay Hernandez. He's been very vocal about this shit with the Foosh. It's like he spent money on these Ninja Scroll figures. And it's like, dude, you just bounced. I hope, listen, I'm not saying be nasty or make threats or anything like that, but it's like, we know who this guy is. You could find his platforms. Again, it's kind of like the Army Alphas guy that I warned everyone about, but everyone said I was a dickhead. But look, I was right about that. I didn't get the, sorry, we were shitting on you about that because you were right. I didn't get any of that.
Still a dickhead.
Still a dickhead. Took your money, but I was the bad guy, right? I took money, but I gave you product. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Yeah. So, it's like what he's doing is disgusting now. And people are like, oh no, they don't, he had nothing to do with it. I'm not giving anyone a pass. And people know, like, I have nothing good to say about Robo, but he's such a nice guy, super positive. Listen, and here's the problem.
Is he positive like fucking Shardamus?
I heard he was gonna put out a video to address it. I don't know if that's happened yet or not, but I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna act as if it didn't happen. But it's like, look, PowerCon 2023, the Foosh's booth was right next to ours. He was at that booth as an employee of the Foosh, peddling those figures. I don't want to hear he's not associated with them anymore, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't know. No one knows what the story is because no one's honest. No one will actually come out and say what the story is. I've heard rumors, but it's like you come out, you say, oh, there was no hard feelings, blah, blah, blah. So wait, you and Veebs just up and leave the Foosh out of nowhere? And it's like, now it's like, oh, so this line that you were peddling with them, they took people's money. Ooh, I can't say anything. It's like, listen, whether you're associated with them or not, they took people's money. They took people's money when you were a part of that company. So you have a fiduciary, I think that's the correct word to use there. Big brain on Bobby here. You have a responsibility to address this.
Yep.
When you become a toy news person, you can be uber positive and that's your shtick, whatever. You need to address when this happens because collectors are consumers. They have money. They're not like you who gets just free stuff. They spent money.
Therein lies the problem with the free shit brigade.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have a responsibility to address that.
Yep.
You don't have to talk bad and be like that, but you can come out and be like, it's very wrong what is happening. I feel bad for the people that this happened to. I wish there was something I could do. It's not right.
Mhm.
But to bury your head in the sand and not say anything about it is absolutely wrong. And
Agreed.
then let's go to, number one, person on the chopping block here. You get the Foosh, and it's like, what company can partner with the Foosh to really put something out? Oh, I got it. Fresh Monkey Fiction. You guys know I have nothing positive to say about Bill. And you guys know why. All you have to do is ask him how he legally owns something. I guarantee you he can't tell you the answer. But it's like, so you're going to partner. And I know, again, this is the robos. I have nothing to do with it. Everyone's able to kind of wash their hands of it. It's like Fresh Monkey can say, we don't have anything to do with this because the Foosh came out and said that Fresh Monkey is running the whole project. They're just using our tooling. But it's like, you're using the tooling of a company that took people's money.
Yep.
And now you're trying to use their tooling to put out a $40 translucent skeleton with their tooling when they took a bunch of money from people and no one's giving them answers. So here's the thing, because obviously Fresh Monkey has an outlet to the Foosh. Now, no one can get in touch with Paul from the Foosh, and they're not saying anything. If I were Fresh Monkey and all this stuff with the Foosh started going down, I would immediately go to the Foosh and be like, one, if you want this partnership or the project, whatever, to move forward, you are going to address this. Or two, I would say, I'm cutting this item. I am not working with you anymore. Like, no way. Put it this way. If the Tim Kennedy stuff went down while we were selling that figure, I would have immediately pulled the plug on that figure. Immediately.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I wouldn't work with him ever again.
Right.
So it's like, I didn't know about that stuff, but when it came to light, I certainly won't talk positive about Tim Kennedy. Like same thing with the legend, the Legend of the Dragon stuff. I don't even know.
Dragon?
The White Dragon. I don't even know what the fucking name is. But it's like, dude, you took people's
thing
money.
with the stuff and the
You took people's money. It's been 4 years. You told me the movie was going to come out 2 years ago. It's what?
You may not be working with Tim Kennedy anymore, but you got this guy.
Oh, stop.
No, go on. Sorry. Go ahead.
So it's like you have to have like morals and responsibility. But now it's like, no, we're gonna partner with them, and it's cool. We'll partner with them for a $40 figure. And it's like, I think we took this.
They blocked him for asking the question.
Sounds about right. Yep. And
they blocked me.
And that's the thing. It's like, hey man, You know, I'll be at Legion's Con next weekend. I think Fresh Monkey's going to be there too. But it's just like, really? You're going to sell this $40 skeleton when a bunch of people spent money? So you're working, like, you're okay working with that company. Like, you're literally okay with that. But again, this is the same guy who used AI on packaging and, like, tried to act like it was okay. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't even want to get into Veebs, because if we talk about Veebs, then we're going to go down the rabbit hole. Then we're talking about fucking Super 7.
I know. But it's, again, it's these ostriches. I'm just going to stick my head in the sand, only talk positive, because, you know, fuck. It's kind of like when people don't report on the Hasbro layoffs. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, if it's not positive, if it's not toys that I love, oh, we can't address it. Oh my goodness, how dare we? But it's
we need to let them do whatever they're going to do because they give us dollies.
Exactly. Now it's like, again, you don't like me, that's fine. I don't care. I really don't. But the one thing you could say that I 100% do, I always fight for the consumer. I will always back the consumer. Do you know why? Because the consumer builds your company. You have to appreciate them, and you have to do what's right for them. Lowering prices, giving them good stuff. It's like lowering prices. We didn't cut anything out of our item. We gave them the same item. We just lower the prices. It's like
you didn't fire everybody that works for you.
I didn't fire everyone that works for me. But it's like, you know, it's like these companies, the Skeletron, Marauders, like, you took people's money 3 years, 4 years, that kind of shit. Floosh. You took shit, man. I wanted to do Ninja Scroll. I could have got all the Devils of Kimono out by this time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you did it. Robo won't say anything. Veebs won't say anything. But it's like, that's fine, man. It's obvious. And that shit is catching up. Because it's like, what, you know, Matt's coming in here saying, like, yeah, I got blocked for even asking the question. It's like, bro, That's telling.
You know, like, you can't ask a question.
You can't ask a question. Okay, listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to put out coppers. I'm going to put out tons of items while I watch it all burn down. Because there's no way you can sustain putting out product once every 2 years. You can't sustain $40 figures. You can't sustain working with the floosh. You can't sustain being an ostrich, putting your head in the sand. It just doesn't work. And it's not right. It is 100% not right.
Those not Red Shadows figures, that was like 3 years. Like, how the fuck does it take you 3 years to put out like 4 figures? That I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, well, I had thrown this up earlier. I don't know if you saw it, but my dead zombie figure. How is this? Anyway, ran into Robo at Walmart. Said he didn't want to talk about it. I mean, I don't run into me at Walmart.
Listen, I go on a podcast and someone says, "Hey, is there anything off limits?" Nothing is off limits. You come meet me face to face. Nothing is off limits. I will tell you exactly how I feel, whether I'm on a podcast or face to face.
Unless you're internet tough guys like fucking, you know, Aaron the toy enhancer and a couple other.
Hey man, leave him alone. He hasn't been around. He left. You know, he ran away. Leave him alone. You know.
Okay. First of all, no. Second of all, fuck that guy. And thirdly, I know that I know what I'm talking about, because he'll act all Billy Badass, but when he walks up to your table, what does he do?
Well, yeah, he buys $300 worth of my product is what he does.
And shuts the fuck up. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, what are you going to do?
Well, you know, I almost got rolled at San Diego Comic-Con, so what do I know?
There's that. But I forgot. Oh, there was someone who I won't say it. I mean, people could probably put 2 and 2 together, but it's like someone had Robo on their podcast and they said, "Hey, can I talk about the floosh?" And he said, "Oh no. It's like, really, dude? Really? Right. Yet he's the almighty nice guy. Like, guys, you need to hold him to a higher standard. Like, look at this shit. Like, it's not like I'm making this stuff up. Like, I'm not making it up. He was part of the company when they were doing the stuff. He left the company, won't address it. He won't talk about it. Why won't he talk about it? If there was no hard feelings and he just left to go start his own thing, why won't he talk about it? Why won't you talk about it? Like, what's the big deal? Why don't you talk about it? You know? But I'm the bad guy. That's fine. But they all know. They all know. They're like, shit, he's right. He's right. He's right. We just won't review his product and we'll lie about it. Say we can't find her or something like that. Well, I'm over here just selling a ton of it. It's cool.
It's all good. Yeah, it's rough. Good. We're just gonna push forward. HGC, good dude, awesome guy, channel member, 18 months. But Bobby, one day you'll be putting out Willow or Willow inspired figures. It's gonna happen. I know you love that movie.
I do. Now, so there is I was talking to a friend of mine about this idea. And you remember the McFarlane movie Maniacs? And it was such a great line when it came out because it was just like you didn't have to do the whole line from a movie. You do one-offs. And it was such a popular line. I love that line when it first came out. And I was like, I kind of want to start my own movie Maniacs line. And I want to just do like one-offs. Like I want to do Darkness from Legend. Even though McFarlane did a great version, I want to do a highly articulated like soft goods like version. I want to do Darkness from Legend. I want to do Mad Mardigan. I want to do General Kale. I want to do Mad Mardigan, but just those two. You know, it's like I just want to do one-offs of characters in my thing. But licensing back then, the movie Maniac stuff, no one cared, and everyone was able to do you know, everything.
Yeah.
But now it's like now licensing and royalties and stuff, it's so like up there, but it's like I didn't want to throw you under the bus, Avi. I just, you know, if you're fine saying it.
He said it. I just highlighted it.
I was trying to protect you. I was trying to protect you, but everyone, it was Avi's podcast. But yeah, licensing and royalties is such a hot commodity now that everyone thinks that they have this amazing thing and they want top dollar for it. You know, so it's like we went to Universal about Legend because that's who owns it. And they literally said in kind of not the exact words, but a roundabout that
fuck no,
it would cost more for the attorneys to draft the paperwork than it's worth the royalty of. And it's just like, okay, so I guess that Legend property is just going to sit there. Cool. Thanks. All right. And that's what kind of sucks. And it's like, this is why you have third party stuff, is because you try to do it and you can't do it.
Can't just go on legalbullshit.com and draft.
I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take the ace route and just say, well, I tried, and then I'm just going to do it anyway. It's like, no, I got no.
Yeah, you're not in a foreign country.
I got no. I have to take no as the answer. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's just the way the laws of this country work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 Drew wants to know, did you watch the Willow series before it got yanked?
God. I'm trying to think what was more painful, the Lord of the Rings Amazon series or the Willow series. I think the Willow series slightly. I was so excited. I got like popcorn. I sat down and I watched that Willow series. And after the first episode, I think I just said, what the fuck? Like, what did I just watch?
You know, the weird thing is I had no interest. And then one day I was like, I'm going to check out that Willow series. And it was gone. I was like, oh.
Wow, they took it down?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, they Batgirled it. Yep.
Oh, geez.
Yep. Out of existence.
Wow. That's something.
It was and now everybody's chiming in. Highlander, Kurgan, John Spartan.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's like, dude, could you and that's the thing. Maybe pick like two characters from a series. So yeah, you do Spartan and Phoenix, Kale and Mad Mardigan. You know, whatever Tom Cruise's character was, and Darkness. Jack.
Hal Jordan, who always has the best thumbnails. Let's just, appreciate that. Bobby, better put pirate hookers in the black or he's going to get rolled.
You filthy pirate hooker.
Filthy pirate hooker.
Maybe series 3.
Are they from Whore Island, though?
Action Force series 3 was all females. Maybe the black series 3 will be pirate hookers.
Yeah. Because smelly pirate hookers are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. You ready? You ready? But wait, there's more. You shared this dude.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I see him and I'm almost getting half a chub. It's just like, wow. Yeah.
You even gave him the fucking paracord watch.
I did. Details, baby.
Details. Yep. That was like the second fucking thing I saw when I was grabbing.
Which is funny. You could tell you're a military guy. It's just like, ooh, a paracord watch, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do
Still
my
got a couple
research,
of
man. I do my research. I want to make sure stuff's accurate. But again, it's like, taking fantasy into the equation. But
The fucking sculpt on this guy's beard, dude.
oh god. Yeah, he was so the head sculpt is an interesting story because when I was at, I believe it was ZoloCon 2 years ago.
I'm gonna sue them, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Tangent. Okay. I was at ZoloCon 2 years ago, and there was his name's blanking me right now, but he is a customizer, and he does custom head sculpts and stuff. And I was going by his booth, and I saw it wasn't this exact head, but it was a similar head. And I saw it, and I'm like, man, that'd be a great head for Blackbeard. That's kind of like what I had in mind. So I was talking to him about it, and I said, hey, would you be open to selling me the 3D file, like the design, like it would be my design, and he was like, sure. So we worked out a deal, and I got it. And then, it was a stoic face. It didn't have the snarl. And, I think he had a scar on the side of his head. And when I was working on it, the sculptor who was working on Blackbeard was just like, hey, can I change up the face a little bit? I want to change some things. And I was like, dude, have at it, Hoss. Like, and we did this. He did a version where his beard was extra long. And then he did this version. He did snarling, not snarling kind of thing.
Right.
And it's like, this is what we narrowed down on. So it was like, it was an iteration from the original sculptor, and then it morphed and evolved into this.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
See what you're starting, man? This is why people don't like us. So yeah, so it was like, and then it's like, now again, I'm gonna go really heavy into the black over the next couple of months. I got a new YouTube video. Probably the first YouTube video that's gonna be back on the channel is me talking all about the black.
And then you'll go to fucking Ollie's.
Then I'll go to Ollie's.
Yep.
Because I feel like, we showed them, but people are still like, I don't know what this is all about. And so I kind of want to give people a backstory before they show up in the spring.
Right.
And it's all like, people are like, oh, is he a seal hunter? It's like, no. They're for his, like, the black.
Yeah, I saw a lot of comments that Mark was.
And I get it, because people are just judging based on the first image they're seeing. Whereas I explained it when I was, at DFW. The black are all ex-Navy operatives, SEALs, so everyone from that branch. So they are, their brotherhood is to each other. It's like when the divide happens and the whole federal government disbands, they're like, shit, we don't have a country to fight for anymore. We don't have a government that we report to. Well, we are still like, bound to each other, our brotherhood and this and that. So they become like modern day pirates. And they're like, we're going to go and do our own thing. As long as we are, tied to each other and still honor each other, that's all that matters. So it's like Blackbeard, his backstory is he lost a bunch of SEALs in a mission. And it's like, this is his way. He carries the weight of that into battle, which is why he has all those tridents on him. Under his vest, he has the bone frog tattoo with the trident, which is for guys that lost brothers, SEALs. So it's like, I wanted people to realize, like, no, he doesn't hunt SEALs. He is this is how he honors them. And I got a lot of people saying, like, that would never happen in this and that. It's like, okay, guys, at the end of the day, it's a toy and it's just fantasy. Like, this is, let's take off our hats here for a second here. But all of them, Vane, they're all SEALs, and it's like they all kind of have that backstory, that brotherhood. And I got this cool sizzle video that explains that. But I'm going to get all into that. But again, with the pirates, like Blackbeard, it's like, yeah, I'm not doing a pirate line. I'm doing a modern pirate line, but it's like, Blackbeard in the 1600s or 1500s, he wore, bandolier with tons of muskets on it. It's just like, so I was like, how can I do that? And it's like, this is kind of, people are like, oh, it's out of Boondock Saints. It's like, yeah, but
he put wicks in his beard, and
it more ties into like the original Blackbeard. So I wanted him to have a vest with tons of pistols on it. Do something modern, but at little throwbacks to, old historical pirates.
Silly poll plays. I'm sorry you missed most of it, but I'm glad you're here, dude. And I gotta say, I believe you and I talked about this right after you did the presentation at DFW.
Mhm.
But in reality, ask me how I know. Anybody who serves in combat, we don't care about politics or this and that, or what the fucking general thinks, or this colonel or that sergeant major. Like, we care about the dude to the left and the right of us. Like, that's all we care about.
Yep.
Going the fuck home. that's
Yeah.
it. Alive,
Yeah.
preferably. And so, like, that's the only reason why we fight. It's
Yep.
not because I had a couple Joes that like to get into ticks or troops in combat, or get in a firefight, but it's perfect, man. It works really well. It's poetic. It's sad enough where you talk about like the weight of the government and your whole structure falling apart, and what do you do after that? He kind of carries it with him. It makes perfect sense. So
Cool.
That's just my opinion. Larry, what's up, dude? Yeah. So soft goods, huh?
Oh God, just gets better. Yeah, baby.
Somebody
Soft
asked about a flocked beard as a con exclusive. I threw it up for a minute.
Interesting.
Is that a maybe? Trademark Bobby Valor?
Maybe.
You haven't said it yet tonight.
Maybe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, soft goods, baby. Wired soft goods. And you know what's crazy? I probably should have put this in the social media post just to remind everyone.
What?
You know what the retail price on this figure is? $27.99. This is the start of our new lower prices. So
What the hell is even that?
I'm sorry, I had to.
the second half of Series 6 with Hewn and Jester, and then all of the black, $27.99. You know who else is $27.99? Hasbro. Ain't that something? Yet someone's putting out Vietnam 4-inch figures for $33. Well, fuck me sideways.
But are they though?
Yeah, are they though?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this figure, he comes with a ton of shit and wired soft goods, $27.99.
You know how that makes the chat feel?
But
you want to know how it makes them feel?
But if you want to go buy $40 translucent skeletons, by all means, baby. By all means. I'm over here doing this. So,
Yeah, people are really jazzed. They're jazzed about the black, that boat. Fucking sweet,
I'm excited. I'm excited for that people are as excited as I am for this, because
Alex says, I can't buy this fast enough.
Oh, just wait, baby. Just wait. So for those of you going to Legion's Con next weekend, I think I might have some of the black on hand for you to see in person. I'm going to bring Blackbeard. I'm going to bring the Corsairs. I wanted to bring Vane. However, on the EP comments we got, in the mold, there was some deformation happening on the face, and the side of the face was sinking in. And I said, nope, it's not right. I don't want to show it. Even though Vane is such a sick looking figure. I was thinking about showing
this fucking comment.
That's awesome. I was
price gouging motherfucker.
I was thinking about showing the Zolocon exclusive, because the Zolocon exclusive is going to be the first figure from the black. Now, no one knows what it is because I haven't shown it yet. So I was thinking of showing it, but I was like, nah, I think I'm going to wait and do it on a more grand scale, like maybe bigger on the YouTube channel or something like that. But I'm looking at him right now across the way over there, and holy shit. And he comes with wired soft goods too. Oh shit. And the variant on that figure, because he's an exclusive, will come in the brown box. The variant on it is unbelievable. So you can tell I'm really excited. But yeah. The Lord scale, huh? It's not. Listen, I'm starting to convert Action Force into the Lord scale. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. Because you're always so needy.
He put the comment in the chat, right? We're here for the people.
You're so needy. It's like, What I'm doing isn't good enough. I'm trying to give you something awesome.
Oh my fucking! It must be so hard. It must be so hard having people fucking want your stuff.
I know, right? You know what is exciting is the O-ring stuff, like just about to go into production. I'm like, oh man.
So you and I, speaking of the O-ring stuff, I didn't really plan on us discussing it, because a lot of people, I don't know if they blame me or thank me. You blamed me. You straight up blamed me.
Well, I mean, who else was I gonna blame?
Me. I am the patron saint of the Lord scale.
Hey, can you real quick? Can you star what? Because I can't star comments because it's not my stream. Wakandan Figure Slayer up there about the QC on Monster Force. I want to know about that. I didn't hear about that. We can go back to it though, but go back to the Lord scale. I don't want to mess up your thought here.
Oh no, I'm trying to find it. Oh, okay, got it. You and I had a conversation on the phone about. I'm going to be vague, right? And we can leave it vague. That's fine. You and I had a conversation on the phone about the name.
Yeah, what I was going to call the O-ring series. Yeah, I'm just going to come out and say it. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Like, yeah, what would I call it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still. I mean, what we kind of came up with was interesting. It was very interesting.
So you're gonna leave that alone for now?
I'm gonna leave that alone for now.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me actually get these things into production and try to make them and not charge $30 for them. My goal is like, I have a goal, a price point in mind, because I'm like, dude, O-ring figures shouldn't cost more than $20. They just shouldn't. They absolutely shouldn't. Like, and anyone charging more than $20 for O-ring figures is wild.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your heart's in the right place with all that. Are you going to put the black logo on a shirt?
Way ahead of you, baby.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So here's what we're going to do. I might as well I'll just say it. Fine. I'll give you all these tidbits of information like I'm on the full force or something.
Get
So the new merch company that I'm working with, they're like, look, you can start doing like exclusive product drops and that sort of thing. So for ZoloCon, because like it's gonna be all about the black with the exclusive, might have challenge coins, poker chips, yeah, we're gonna drop the black merch probably the weekend for ZoloCon.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
I wanted to hit this real quick. There's a couple other things starred, but Willie Springer. I met you at Titan Toy Expo.
Oh yeah, great guy, man.
In the wheelchair. Just want to thank you for everything.
Guy.
You're
it was great. It was great meeting you. He was a very, very great fan. It was a pleasure meeting you.
That's rad. Cool. Thanks, Willie. Thanks for being here, dude. Yeah, this was the question. Will there be a con exclusive? And you said maybe. No.
Flocking's expensive. You got to do it at, the MOQ on it's pretty high. So I try to fight them on. I'm like, no, go lower. Like, let's make it more exclusive. So it's a lot of back and forth. But flocking is something. It's not the holy trifecta, because I already hit the holy trifecta. But now it's like that next tier. Flocking. So I hope to get it done.
Yeah, and it's a rad throwback to the 1/6 scale shit.
It's fun.
It's pretty cool.
It's fun.
History Recon sends a $5 super chat and says, see you at Legion's Con. Can't wait for the black. Need Zach McGowan to join you at ZoloCon.
Yeah, I want to bring him to a show. It wouldn't be Zolo because the black series, his figure wouldn't be out yet.
And I'm suing them. And I'm suing them.
Okay. But, don't sue them yet because we're friends. So I'm trying to figure out what show I'll be doing when the black is out, and then see if I can get him for that show. So, so it's up in the air, but it's definitely something we're talking about.
Rad. Thank you, History Recon, for that. And then, since this guy's at Hasbro headquarters, currently in flux between, Pawtucket and Boston, BK for Life says, Chad Shills for Blackbeard, boo this man.
Boo this man. I seen it.
Do I though? Do I?
I didn't think you did. It's not like it's not like you review my stuff because it's not your scale.
I am gonna do a toy review pretty soon.
Better not be of my stuff. I don't want anybody reviewing my stuff.
It's gonna be a parody of
Okay.
some reviewing of your stuff. It'll be
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
We probably need to talk about it later. So anyway, so you showed you showed this image, which fuck, man, toy photography, right? I mean, I know Boog invented it. I can't do it, so but this thing looks freaking awesome. But with anything that people like, there comes a shit like this.
Yeah.
You should have known I was gonna go get this.
This was a fun one. So every now and then I get a lot of kick out of this stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like Chuck Petty over here. He's been shitting on like my line for years about like reuse, and I'm like, dude, are you new to toy collecting? Like, what line do you collect? Because I'm like, one, when people bitch about reuse, and I don't think I may have told him I've never shit on a company or about reuse, but the only time I've ever shit on a company for reuse is Legends, when they did the ultimate or the maximum stuff with existing tooling, or when they reuse tooling with pins. That's the only time. But listen, reuse is how toy companies are made. Like,
Yeah. Masters
tooling
of the
is
universe.
expensive. Dude, tooling is like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you're paying all that money, it's kind of like saying, hey, I'm going to buy this car and I'm just going to drive it this week. But next week, I'm going to buy something new because, well, I use this car this week. So why would I use it again the week after? It doesn't make sense. Every single company. And I was literally thinking about it while I was, going back and forth with him about it. I'm like, I literally cannot think of any modern toy company that does not do reuse. It's Four Horsemen. Love those guys. They built that company on reuse. And it's like, obviously Hasbro reuse. Fresh Monkey Fiction's doing reuse. Marauders reuse. Every single company is doing reuse. Every single one. Everyone.
You look at some of the best toy lines, or you look at some of the biggest IPs with the toy lines with the most longevity. Masters of the Universe. Why did Skeletor and Merman and all those guys have the same fucking arms and hands? Why does Skeletor have webbed feet?
Yeah, webbed feet.
Look at 1982 G.I. Joe lineup. How many heads did they have between all of them?
Right.
You can't get away from reuse. You can't get away from repaints. Like, molds cost money.
Yeah.
That's fucking everybody.
I just
everyone's favorite line to fucking drool over, Classified, right? The whole line just steals from A Real American Hero, and how much of that is reuse?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, that's why I asked them during this back and forth. I said, tell me a company that doesn't do reuse. I'll wait. I'll wait. And it's like, never once. And it's just like, so your comment has zero weight to it because you can't provide me with a company that doesn't do reuse. Everyone does it. So get fucked. Yeah, you got to be creative. Like, you have to be creative. Like, look, we have our basic troopers, but it's like they're colorways and stuff. You got to switch all that stuff out, so that you can make unique looking troopers. Like, you don't want to do the same looking black trooper all the time. Like, or OD green, like, change that up. And it's like, we try to do it. Same thing with our Praetorians. I want the Praetorians to look totally different, Steel Brigade and then Night Ops Steel Brigade. Like, you have to, do things different. Creative reuse is important because, again, you're not going to spend money on tooling and not reuse that tooling. It's just, financially stupid to not reuse tooling.
It's everything. And, people are putting it in there. Yeah. Beastman, Mossman, Stinkor, Merman, on and on and on. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's just how it is.
It's been done since
the Mobat and the Cobra Crimson Attack Tank.
Yeah.
The Vamp,
literally
the Stinger, the Vamp Mark II.
Yep.
Fuck. Yeah.
But again, I'm the bad guy. but that's why he got owned, and then he ran away. Then like he stopped following me, but then he started following. Then he started. Hey Chuck, just remember, listen, I see everything, so it's just like when you leave, I know that, and then like you unfollow Valaverse, but then it's like don't less than 24 hours, don't come back and follow Valaverse again. Like, dude, you're just making yourself look bad.
Well, that's that bullshit.
That's that bullshit. People are like,
I only put the one part of the conversation. I didn't put the complete bodying.
Oh, it got so listen, it's up on there. It's up on the Valaverse. But I left it there because I wanted people to see that dude. That dude got owned. He got owned hard. Like it was bad. I almost felt bad. Like I almost felt bad. But it's just like, oh, why you go after, your fans or your customers? This and I'm like, bro, listen. If you and I recently explained this to somebody, and I get it. And this is why like people don't like me, but it's like, look at it from this point of view. Say you created something and say somebody shit on it. It's like you have every right to defend your creation. So it's like when people are like,
that's funny. People shit on me all the time.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what? Like, oh, why are you going after people in the comments and stuff like that? I'm like, I'm defending my product. And it's like, if it's an inaccurate comment or their comment holds no weight or it's stupid or something like that, of course I'm going to defend my stuff. I will defend my product and my company to the end of time. It's like if someone said I had an ugly child, I would be like, fuck you, dude. We're gonna throw down. Like it's just you have the right. Level. You have the right to defend it. And it's like, look, I know people are like, you shit on Hasbro. It's like Hasbro can shit. Listen, Dwight finally took a shot at me. At least I think he did. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm not 100% sure, but I was like, good for him. Finally, it's only taken 6 fucking years. It's like I'm waiting for Lenny. The door is open. You can't. I know, granted, you work for the company, so you kind of can't. So it's like, yeah, maybe I'm taking some cheap shots, but it's like because they can't really say anything. But it's like everyone else can say something. You have the right to say something, just like I got the right to say something. I have the right to defend my product. I am passionate about my product, and I will come after you if I feel that what you're saying is not accurate. That's that.
Well, thanks, John. Appreciate that. Very nice. Yeah. So anyway, let's move on from this. But this not only is this kind of the end of talking about Blackbeard and the Black, but it's also going to lead us into something else. And I got to cue it up real quick. Okay. So give me 2 seconds to cue this up. There's a little time-honored tradition that we like to do around here when it allows for it. And it's a little segment that I like to call getting my mouse to fucking work.
This show. Jeez.
What'd you say?
I said this show. Jeez.
Dude. Don't even.
Let me grab a water. I'm getting parched. You do
go get your water. This is a little segment I like to call.
Yo, asshole!
You look like you bumped your head or something. An imbecile.
Ain't no Chris Angel mind freak, David Blaine trap dog horse shit jumping off here.
Imbecile quote of the week. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
All right. So ToyCon New Jersey posted this.
Yeah.
All right. This figure celebrates Dia de los Muertos, right? Day of the Dead. It will feature an awesome number of accessories, as shown. Cool wraparound blister and some very cool variants. Kind of use the word cool too many times. There are 3 total face paint options, 2 of which are limited to just 100 pieces each. Know who's probably going to get a hold of one of those. Be sure to get your Legion's Con 2025 tickets. Yada, yada, yada. There it is. And Matt Green here said the Papa Emeritus skull or skin for Call of Duty, right? And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, man? Right? Kind of vague. I don't know who or what that person is. So then I go and I look it up. It's the singer from that band Ghost.
Oh.
But then I went to look for a skin of this dude in Call of Duty, and all I saw was a Minecraft skin of this guy.
Okay. So
But
not even an accurate comment?
Not to my knowledge, but I'm like, how is this Day of the Dead? It doesn't look Day of the Dead at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, well, that's kind of weird. I don't see how that applies, right? I mean, since I am a shill, right? I'm a shill for shit I don't review. So I asked, Call of Duty was the first to ever do a sugar skull face. Okay. Because that right, that's what that's commonly referred to as a sugar skull. Does anybody want to see his reply?
It's like, how is that racist? How is that like the furthest
apparently I'm
even a racist undertone?
Yeah. So I wasn't assuming, right? I just kind of made the open-ended statement. I swear to God, you better be fucking joking. So yeah. So apparently, me not understanding what this means is racist. Yeah, I just thought that
Again,
was cool.
something's always going to offend somebody. Always.
Yeah, yeah. It was,
Always. And then they'll take it to an extreme like that. That's racist. Really? What's racist about it? You're definitely white as fuck, Chad.
I'm none of that. I'm none. Yeah, apparently I got it. Yeah, look at nothing could be truer. It's 2025. Everything is racist.
Everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
I just thought it was funny. I just had to.
Just yeah. When you sent me this, I'm just like, this is so silly. Like it's just silly.
It's fucked. I was like, wait, what?
Silly.
Yeah. 3-star draw. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Says, I'm really digging the Dia de los Muertos Sidewinder. I got mine from Bobby at Titans Toy Expo. It was good meeting you. Oh,
All right, man. Thanks. My thing is, and this is going to go back to the Joe Bros, of course, but it's just like I love the people that are like, oh, that has to be a ripoff of this, or this is this, right? And it's like, why can't it just be Day of the Dead Sidewinder? Like,
yeah,
it's coming out in November, the month of Day of the Dead. Like, that's all that was behind it. It's kind of like, oh, your Condor was Chuckles. Well, no, it was James Bond, but that's okay. Go your route. It's like, oh, VALAVERSE, so all it does is rip off G.I. Joe. But yet, when you say Chuckles ripped off Magnum P.I., or the Dreadnoks ripped off Mad Max, or this ripped off this, Dr. Mindbender was whoever Sean Connery was in that movie with the Speedo. It's almost like ostrich head in the sand. It's like some robo shit. It's like, nope. And it's just like, bro, Ron has said it. Ron said multiple times that he's, kind of ripped these things off. But it's like certain people get a pass, but Bobby Vala doesn't. But it's not even like you're not even accurate. It's like, Pandora's a ripoff of Zorana. Oh, so I can't do like a badass female. And it's like Zorana had pink hair, Pandora has blonde and orange hair. Like I can't do like a villain female. Like I'm not allowed to. I can't do my own unique villain female. Like what the fuck? I can't do, Covert Ops Condor. That's an homage to, my favorite Bond movie. It's like, nope, because
I'm going to leave this on the screen till you fucking acknowledge it.
What was that?
I'm going to leave this on the screen till you acknowledge it.
Remember guys, I said it. I said it. I said I'm extending an olive branch. Come on, don't fuck it up. Let me just see how Legions goes, okay?
So you're saying I can't make my video yet?
Let me just extend an olive branch. I'm trying to just let me just work this out, all right? Okay. If it doesn't, if it doesn't go anywhere, if it doesn't go anywhere, by all means, floodgates are open.
Fine, whatever. Give it. Bobby Vala, the biggest asshole in the toy industry, is now giving out fucking free passes like candy and fucking EBT cards. That's fine. That's cool. Go ahead.
I can't even give out an olive branch. I can't even say, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm turning over a leaf with this person or trying something different here.
Look,
it's like,
you're already my friend. I'm still gonna fuck with you. It's fine. That being said,
it's like if I'm an asshole, but then it's like if I try to do the right thing or try to do something nice or go out of my way or this or that, then it's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, it's like
I'm gonna drink this with my pinky out.
Again, it's like what I said about toy fans. You can't please everybody, and it's like, no, can't please everybody. So can't do the right thing. It's like if I gave that poor dog some water, someone would get pissed at me.
You know what? And in all fairness, here, watch this. I'm gonna switch gears back. The whole reuse and copying and then it's like nobody said shit about Senshi until Hasbro put out Budo, right? And then people, to include the guy you're giving an olive branch to, talk some shit. But nobody says that Budo is a fucking ripoff of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character, do they? No, they don't.
Also,
he came first.
It's like I did Senshi, and it's like I purposefully gave him some samurai cues, but didn't want to go. I didn't go full classified on him. I didn't go full samurai.
I didn't go full retard.
So it's like, but then it's like, and then Budo comes out. It's like, great, good for them. They did Budo, cool. I wasn't trying to do Budo. I wanted to do my own character, something totally different. And then it's like a Senshi who? It's like, wait, what? Like, we can't have both? We can't have both? Like, but it's, again, it goes back to that. I can't do something first. And if I do something first, I'm ripping it off. And then if they do something first and then I do something, then it's like I'm copying them. And it's like, okay, so I can't make any, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, what the fuck? So instead I make pirates. Like, it's just like,
we're just gonna fall back on fucking pirates. I gotta say though, dude, and you and I both know that like we had many discussions about your medic character. Mm-hmm. That fucking tease that you showed of the hands and all that shit. God damn, I was fucking stoked for that. And I didn't even know about that. Like I didn't even know about that in advance.
I was showing, I think you and I was showing Ryan. I got some other people's opinion on, like, I couldn't come up with a good color scheme for him. Mm-hmm. And someone was like, oh, make this red. I said, no fucking way. There is no way I'm putting red clothing on this character.
He ripped off Lifeline.
Exactly. I was like, nope. I want my guy to be 100% unique. So it's like, that's why I'm like, no, I want to do something totally different. I want my medics
to nitrate gloves hands.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, what medics have been put out and what didn't they do that I can do? Because that's what I'm like. I have to think of it that way. I think of, okay, well, I don't want to do anything they did. Like the stretcher that you saw the stretcher I was doing. I'm like, I want to make sure my stretcher is not even in the same realm of anything that has been done before.
And then we had a conversation about that.
And we had a conversation about it. Totally unique stretcher. So it's like, that's the kind of shit, because I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear stupid comments anymore. So it's like, okay, they're medics. They don't have the nitride gloves. And it's like, there's things that my medic is coming with that hasn't been done before. So it's like, that's where I'm at. Cause I'm like, okay, if I have to better my line to not hear stupid comments, fine. But again, there's always going to be stupid comments because you can't please everybody. And some people are just going to get hurt about it.
Well, according to our good friend Jay Creations,
I've been going out of business for the last 4 years. So
you've been out of business.
I've been out of business.
Series 2.
I wish for the life of me I still had a screenshot. It's probably in one of my chats with Ryan. I wish I still had the screenshot of that, whoever that dumb shit was in his tank, that said he'll never get past Series 2. I wish I had it.
Yeah,
I wish I had it. Because, it was just some hidden behind, a fake name of, Destro's balls or something like that.
It was probably that fucking dumb fat turd with the nose ring.
Or there's that. But it's like someone said it, and it's just like, it was probably the same kind of person that told me I was an asshole for shitting on Army Alphas
and he's probably mad that they took his money, and I was right about it.
Yeah. Well, Hal Jordan says, Stretcher, I damn near killed her. Yeah. And then Robert's Infinite Realm says, well, duh. Actually, you made a military line, so it must be G.I. Joe.
That's right. G.I. Joe was the originator of all things military. Everything originated with G.I. Joe. The most original line ever made.
Yep. No truer words have been spoken tonight. Nowhere man child. Some folks who buy toys will still act like children, no matter their age.
Facts.
Some folks who...
I like the comment up there. It said Bobby's medic comes with a full hospital.
Full hospital. This one right here. Yeah. Well. Okay. So let's get into a couple other things here real quick.
Sure.
Ken the Band. Bobby, have you heard that Monster Force announced they will have figures with flocked hair?
Cool. Okay. I mean, I could probably, if they started theirs already, I could probably start mine tomorrow and beat them to it. You know, because their shit.
You'd beat them by 3 years.
Beat them by 3 years. It's like
easy,
okay.
Fucking easy. That's like whipping a blind kid, you know.
Yeah, it's like okay, you know,
no big deal.
That's fine. Listen. They can. At the end of the day, we're in a position where there's a lot of competition in the marketplace, and people are fighting for every dollar they spend. The last thing you want to do is put out a $40 figure. Just. You know, a $40 average figure, like average, not deluxe, just average figure.
Or abandon your Kickstarter.
So, I mean, listen, people's wallets. I mean, I know my quantities are going up with every series. So maybe there's are, maybe there aren't. I'm doing my thing, man. I put out probably 20 items for every 3 of theirs. Just, you know. I'm running, man. I don't see the people behind me.
It's because of this guy.
You know, I'm running forward, and I can't see the people behind me. I can't because I'm too far ahead. I can't.
So Wakandan Figure Slayer, there's a lot of QC issues with Monster Force. Have you guys heard about this? Right?
I didn't hear that. I heard people like the stuff that they're putting out. Again, I will never say something positive because of Bill's business practices.
Well, here's the follow-on.
That's what it is. But all right, tell me has issues, loose hips, sloppy cramps, chipping.
Matthew knows his shit. So
Kilowog was worse. Gummy, alt head don't fit. Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't heard or seen any of that, but again, I don't have, nor will I ever have any of their stuff to see. I mean, listen, and this is where it's like I'm not going to give them a pass or anything like that, but it's like everyone has had QC issues. Some people handle them differently. Some are more extreme than others. Action Forces had QC issues that I've addressed and gave out replacements or, you know, fixed things, stuff like that.
It's not like you had fucked up ratchets and then fucking cracked.
Well, that's the thing. Hasbro fucked up a $400 crowdfund, and then Dickhead Dwight joked about it as if you guys are assholes. So
see, at least when you guys had Ryan Ting on and he explained it. And that's kind of that weird balance of like being so corporate that you can't just talk about a thing. When Ryan talked about it, when I watched him explain it, I was like, okay. Now, if they had come out with that and gotten out in front of it instead of like Dwight and that fucking bullshit of like slapping it and whatnot,
yeah,
maybe it would have looked a little better. It's like not addressing Hooded Cobra Commander makes it worse. Just address it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just say like, hey, look, we just don't want to do the hooded fucking aesthetic anymore.
Sure.
We know that's not the reason.
Sure. Well, it's kind of like, you know, Lenny saying, oh, well, our guns are gummy because of, you know, the age grade. Bullshit, man.
No.
Marvel Legends has done stiffer weapons. It's like,
fuck no.
Stop. Like, come on.
There are so many other companies putting out fucking toys with accessories that don't bend into a fucking, you know, almost a right angle.
Yeah. I have done, put it this way, I've done ABS accessories on a 4+ item for Marvel. Don't tell me that it's 4+, can't do it.
No.
When the black is released, let me know in advance. We'll fly out from Sweden. Me, you guys. All right. Cool.
That's cool. That's
All
really
right.
cool. I definitely starred that for you. And then there's a couple of, we were talking about, what are you going to call the O-ring figures?
Mm-hmm. Chad rings.
That just sounds so dirty and terrible.
Prince Albert.
Macadina Silva says
Uh,
Chad rings.
Chad rings.
I'm going to throw this up on the screen. Okay.
Uh,
Best poker face that you have. You ready?
mm-hmm. I don't know what TLS stands for.
Nice. Okay. And then our good friend, Junkie and Crafts and Builds, sends a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. It was awesome hanging out with you in Jersey, and we need to chill again soon. Says, Chucky liked to do on my Vala videos.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Is that's the guy from the screenshot?
Yeah, that's Chuck Petty.
Petty Chuck?
I think his name is Chuck Petty, but you know, goes by some sock puppet account or whatever the fuck. But
Sure.
it's just like he just goes around from video to video getting owned all over the place. And it's like, hey buddy, I'll serve you up anytime. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah. Gin Rummy, Hasbro's new weapons aren't that gummy anymore, so I guess that reason he gave was a lie.
Really? Okay. I mean, the one thing that, so the snake armor, was it the snake armor? No, it was the Ostriker. Mark had brought in the snake armor and the Ostriker on the same day, which, listen, the Ostriker was impressive. I thought it was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
When I took out the figure and his guns, did I take a picture of it? Hold on, I might have a picture of it that I could show, because I was just like, what?
Well, while you're looking, I know that when Suka got the Cobra Ferret, he did a video where he was just like moving that almost the cannon that's sitting on the back of it, and it was just bending like fucking mad.
I could have sworn I took a picture. Damn it.
The only classified vehicle I've ever put my hands on was the Hiss that Jeff W gave me for my retirement present, and that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I was I was crazy.
Mother Slug says the front gun on the Ostriker for the passenger seat. What the hell was that? I guess apparently that's all bent.
Oh, here it is.
Got it?
Yeah.
Boop. Oh, bro.
Look at that.
What the hell?
Look, I literally took it out of the box that way.
It's got two bends in it.
That's
a left one and a right
that's
one.
a $100 item. $100 item. You know, it's like, really? Okay. Okay.
Oh, you're still on full screen. Sorry. You mean
No,
this
I'm pretty.
bitch? This bitch that goes like this? Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. Look, I love Jeff W, and I'm going to do something fun with this. But and I almost bought this from Baldy Locks in Jersey because he had it there, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I mean, pick it up, you know, support a vendor. But I didn't have the room in the luggage, and you know. Yeah. Mother Slug isn't that the gun I was talking about? I think it was a shotgun.
I don't know. I don't remember. Whatever the gun came with the Ostriker, that was the one that was bendy like that.
Chet Maddox, did you hear there's a company that was showing off their quote prototypes, and someone asked if their butterfly joints were butterfly joints? The company said kind of, but they are dragonfly style. The fuck is that?
I'm not good at riddles. I'd rather people just say what there's, because it's shit goes over my head, man.
Yeah, I don't.
It's too much on my mind.
I don't.
So I don't know. Chet, like, can you give me a little more information? Like, tell me what we're going at. Like, I think we've been honest this whole show. Like, can we just? Why are we beating around the bush here? Why we? What's with the foreplay? Let's just get right into it, man.
Yeah. Magna Figure said, I saw someone had the command post and the missile tips, which are reused from the Stinger, were all bent.
So command post, you mean the outhouse?
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
But it might be the steel core. Steel core, Bobby. Not Not Steel Brigade. It might be the Steel Core version.
Got it.
Yep. Robert's Infinite Realms. I've had hundreds of guns from VALAVERSE. One was broke in the box, but it wasn't a huge deal. The other I dropped on the floor and stepped on it, so my fault it broke.
The one broken out of the box, did you message us? Because we 100% would have sent you a replacement. Our customer service is top tier, baby. Top tier.
I'm just going to start sending email because I know Weber sees them. I'm just going to start sending weird, random ass fucking emails for nothing. Like, why does this figure look like me?
Oh man.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. So World Made of Cardboard says the Outhouse, why not make Checkpoint Alpha?
Right. It's like instead you put it behind a paywall on some, some HasLab.
Everybody knows. Look, they came out and admitted they didn't expect that line to last more than 3 years, right off the bat. Right?
Okay.
Can you not hear that?
I can.
Okay.
Oh, I hear that. Yeah.
Anyway, shit's going down on my street. This Albuquerque, man. We do not play
easy.
Anyway, yada yada yada. They were never gonna make Battlefield accessories or play sets or vehicles or any of that shit. They were just gonna put out a couple of dollies, make a few bucks, then treat Joe the way they always do, throw it back in the closet till they wanted to rape its corpse again. Yeah. But they need money.
They need money.
Because Chris Cox. Yeah.
Because
and then Junkie and Crafts and Bill says huge props to Mark Weber.
Yeah. Mark's the man.
Did you see that someone was 3D printing urinals for the Cobra bunker?
No, they weren't.
That's what Hal Jordan says.
Pretty awesome.
That's fucking amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
What what else you got before we wind things down?
I think that's all I got, man.
Mr. Toxicity.
Yeah, right. Tell me about it. I love how we started a show on a toxic subject matter and then totally diverted to a more toxic subject matter that had nothing to do with the first topic we were talking about.
And then everyone found out that I'm racist because sugar skulls.
Apparently. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's always a pleasure. I always like when we're toxic and
it's fun.
Say horrible things that are just rational. Yeah. It's good to see you.
You too, man. You too. I was really looking forward to this. Kind of sucked. Like all day, I took my son fishing and stuff. I'm like, man, I can't wait for the show. I was so excited, and I'm like, oh, I feel like crap. I'm like, I hope I'm not like a dud tonight, but you like bring it out of me. You bring the toxicity out of me.
I love it. Yeah.
Guys, it's all Chad's fault. All Chad's fault. Yeah.
Blockies Batman blind boxes.
I have not seen that.
Me either. Now I'm going to go check them out. Have you seen the fucking 4-inch Blockies Star Wars figures?
No.
Dude, go look at those.
Yeah.
Just go on Blocky's fucking Instagram. Like, the Stormtrooper looks amazing.
Blockies?
Dude, they're doing some shit. Like, you can see they're kind of like edging into that 4-inch 1/18 scale action figure market.
Whoa, they're Batman? They did a bunch of different Batman?
And now they have they have an 8-pack. I mean, granted, it's all based around the Mandalorian, but it's an 8-pack and it's like $60, $80. It's fucking cheap.
Oh,
and you build them and they're fully articulated. They're going to start taking chunks out of that fucking vintage series.
Well, poop my
and then David Andrews said, Chad, you're not racist, you're sarcastic.
I guess that's better.
I appreciate that. And then Silly Pole Play says, I need an Action Force Blockies collab.
Listen, man, I'm seeing what they're putting down. I like it.
Dude,
I like it. Let me give them a follow.
The Blockies shit is fun, Bobby. You don't have any of this stuff?
I don't.
Bro.
Yeah, I need to. You know what it is? I'm so busy and I'm so into what I'm doing that sometimes I miss like a lot of stuff. So, I'm glad that like people can like give me a heads up on stuff because I'm like, oh shit, like this is awesome.
So some of it's fucking like I understand that this isn't everyone's like aesthetic, and it's a Constructicon and he's small, and even when you make Devastator, he's not that big. But when you get what the fuck is it? When you get the bigger blockies, they're amazing, man. They're fucking amazing. They're like 8 inches. You build them. They're fucking cool. I'm just saying.
Interesting.
Anywho, dude, it's a little light reading, while you're sitting on the shitter one day or something. Just check them out. Pretty cool.
Okay.
But those stormtroopers, like, you could army build the fuck out of those stormtroopers, put them with your vintage collection. Nobody would know. Nobody would fucking know. And they're cheap. History Recon, you are going to round out the night, my dude. Thank you for the $5 super chat for my awesome shirt.
America,
because
America.
whatever.
That's racist, Chad.
Is it though? Is it? I don't know. Just they're all the Americas, right? The Gulf of Mexico is in North America, and then there's South America. So Gulf of America.
I mean, 2 out of 3.
Look, it's all thanks to Amerigo Vespucci, one way or the other.
Right.
Because Italians,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. While you're sitting in the Joe outhouse. All right. Do you feel like signing us out? Because I know sometimes you don't. I'm going to give you the option.
Yeah. Give me like 10 seconds to just think about how I want to do this.
Okay. 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds.
Okay.
I'm going to, you know what? Here, I'll give you 14 seconds.
No,
Ready?
I'm
Okay. What?
I'm
You
good.
ready?
Good,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I had a little 14-second intro there. Okay.
I'm good.
Mr. Bobby Valla for the win.
Jared Leto is the best Joker ever.
That was unnecessary.
Chad, how insensitive of you.